It's a Monday. I think it's just hit me, man. I think it's just hit me. It's a brand new week.
Look how good you look on a Monday. You look rich. You look wise. You look like everybody wants you. Gee, what's happening?
I look technically proficient as well. I look like I can use the computer. Anyway, you want me to figure? I'll sort your IT problems out. No worries. We got it down. Now, we're feeling the part. We're looking the part. And hopefully you are as well. It's a motivational Monday on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We couldn't be more excited to have you here. So first up, we've got Monday Fitness Class. Sorry,
Tracy
buddy.
Johnson's in the building. Don't worry, man. This is going to be an exciting one. This woman seems like she's come from some enchanted land and brought a mystical art back with her. We're going to be hula hooping. It's Tracy Johnson, of course, and this is something that's about to get our hips moving in a way that you never thought. I don't know. I'm going to find out. She might be utterly disappointed in a student today.
Can you move the bottom half without moving the top half?
I'm just going to hula hoop with my chest.
There we go.
There we go. Just like this.
You can do it. Joining us in studio is the beautiful actress and producer, Dadine Claire Konu, who can catch, of course, 13 weeks to find Mr. Right. It sounds like an awesome new show that airs Sundays at 7:30 on SABC.
Oh, it's going to be a good one. And not this Mr. Right, although everyone's a piece of this. Hands off, people. Now, finally, we have a Monday that is like no other. We're going to continue our discussions when it comes to relationships. And this time, we're chatting around meeting significant others' parents. Yeah, the potential moms and pops-in-law. Quite an important topic, especially with Easter around the corner. You might want to impress them. You might want to work into the family. So, yeah.
Yeah, man, you've got to get their nod of approval. And this is the perfect opportunity to do it. So a nice mixed bag for our breakfast basket this morning. But, of course, there is one person standing by to greet you with the most gorgeous face you have ever seen. The best, most beautiful face we've seen all week, in fact.
Stop it. No, guys, the highlight of my week already is seeing Graham in a polo neck. You know that? Everyone know it. Can we just take a moment for that? But good morning, Mzansi. My name is Jamie Domberg, reporting live for duty, setting the tone for this Monday. But, of course, with Monday Motivation, we need some inspiration from you, and we need a visual inspiration from you. So head on over to our social media and tell us, what is your goals in terms of your healthy habits this week? I think for me, most importantly, because I got back on track just last week with training, is drinking more water. I know we always say this, like, drink your water, but also just being mindful about what I'm putting into my body. But again, we need that inspiration from you. So head on over to our social media, maybe tag us in pictures, some fruits, some foods, whatever that may be for you this week. Let us know. We'd love to connect with you. But that being said, we do have a 3-hour show to get through. So we'll start with those news headlines. Here is Mr. Nature Boy himself.
Yes, 3 hours of magic coming right at you. And first up, we're starting off with our news front. And on national news, we're going to Johannesburg, where 2 Johannesburg Metro Police Department, otherwise known as JMPD officials, have been arrested for allegedly supplying criminals with high-caliber ammunition. Now, Johannesburg Public Safety Ambassador Wayne Minnar said the officers were linked to the case by a suspect who the Hawks arrested in Randfontein on the West Rand on Friday. Now, Minnar said the officials were allegedly selling R5 ammunition, and he said 2 JMPD members were nabbed in possession of ammunition at a shopping center. Now, they are not patrol officers, but perform administrative duties and are currently being detained at the Johannesburg Central Police Station. Now, the police say a shepherd went to investigate strange noises in a kraal in a village outside Mahikeng on Wednesday. Now, he surprised 2 suspects who were busy loading cattle, and they fled, leaving behind 2 vehicles with trailers, 5 cows, a bull, and 2 calves. Now, later, 2 suspects aged 35 and 26 were apprehended and handed over to the police. Now, all the cattle, valued at some 100,000 rand, were recovered, and the suspects will appear in the Malopo Magistrates Court in Mbombato today on charges of stock theft. Well, from our national news headlines, we head over to international news, and starting off with international donors who have pledged some 1.79 billion euros to help ease hunger in the Sahel and Lake Chad region this year. Now, the UN's Food and Agricultural Organization had the following to say, where pledges were led by the European Union, whose contributions for 2022 will reach 240 million euros, in addition to 654 million euros the bloc has promised in long-term development aid. Now, another big donor is France, who will provide 166 million euros in food support this year. Over in Pakistan now, where Pakistan's Prime Minister and former world-famous cricket star Imran Khan has been ousted from power after losing a no-confidence vote in his leadership. Now, the vote was held past midnight after opposition parties brought a motion against him following days of drama. Now, the motion was first brought last week by Khan, blocked it by dissolving parliament, and then yesterday's vote took place after the country's Supreme Court had ruled in favor of opposition parties and stated that Khan had actually he had acted unconstitutionally. Now, next up in our news, a 2-year-old pooch from Aberdeen in Scotland with a natural flair for tennis may soon be putting the likes of Roger Federer to shame. Now, Leo is his name, the Cocker Spaniel, who loves to play tennis with his owner by gripping the handle between his teeth. Now, Leo's owner, Emily Anderson, explains that she was at a friend's house and they were discussing what else they could do with Leo. Now, the friend suggested tennis, and I quote, "I handed him a racket, asked him to back away, showed him the ball, threw it at him, and he hit it for the first time. He just knew what he was doing," unquote. Now, the best buddies play tennis multiple times a day, and he is also an accomplished ping pong player, but undoubtedly prefers tennis. Now, tennis is on the long list of Leo's talents, which also includes painting and performing CPR. Now, Anderson said, and quoted, "Leo may not quite give Andy Murray and Rafael Nadal a run for their money, but it's fun and makes people smile." Well, I definitely couldn't stop smiling while reading that headline, and I absolutely love some feel-good news in this morning. But carrying on with the news front right now, we're heading to the sport, and here is the G-Man with the latest.
Thank you so much, Ryle. I would imagine a bemused Ryle this morning because nothing could separate them yesterday. Man City and Liverpool played out to a pretty intense, ultimately 2-2 draw in a top-of-the-table clash in the Premier League. So the result means that City still have that 1-point lead over their rivals with 7 games left in the season. The hosts opened the scoring through Kevin De Bruyne before Diogo Jota levelled matters. And City went into that break leading 2-1 after Gabriel Jesus restored their advantage. Then Liverpool hit back early in the second half through Sadio Mane. Then neither side were able to score again after that. Then elsewhere, Son Heung-min combining with Harry Kane scored a hat-trick as Spurs beat Aston Villa 4-0 to open now a 3-point gap to Arsenal. Lost 2-1 to Brighton. Then Chelsea, they bounced back, certainly thumping Southampton 6-0, while Man United, they were shocked 1-0 by Everton. And bringing it back home for cricket, on the verge, South Africa's spin twins Keshav Maharaj and Simon Harmer were at it again yesterday evening when they reduced Bangladesh to 27 for 3 in their second and final innings as the tourists were faced with an intimidating 413 to win that second test. So after dismissing Bangladesh for 217 in their first innings, the Proteas scored at a rapid rate in their second innings before declaring on 176 for 6, giving themselves a chance of striking some early blows in the evening session and, of course, going for that result. Well, not surprisingly, that task was assigned to Maharaj and Harmer, who have been on fire, and in the evening light, they didn't disappoint, with Maharaj taking 2 wickets to continue his brilliant series with the ball. Then onto Formula One, a new man is cementing his name at the top of the class, a flawless Charles Leclerc. He led from start to finish to steer his Ferrari to an action-packed win at the Australian Grand Prix yesterday, with world champion Max Verstappen failing to finish. So the world championship leader from Monaco started from pole, held his position at the first turn and never looked back, scorching around the 58-lap Albert Park circuit to take the checkered flag by a massive 20.5 seconds. And it was Red Bull's Sergio Perez who was in second with George Russell, claiming his first podium with a third-place finish there as well. Then defending world champion Max Verstappen had another afternoon to forget as he had to retire the car for the second time in 3 races and is now 51 points behind Leclerc. Then on to rugby. Fiji were on form. They produced a powerful performance to see off New Zealand 28-17 yesterday and clinch victory in the Singapore leg of the World Rugby 7 Series. So the Tokyo Olympic gold medalists stormed to an early lead in the final. They never looked back, taking a 21-0 advantage into halftime. Too much of a mountain to climb. New Zealand did narrow the net deficit after the break with 3 tries of their own before the Fijians were able to put the game to bed and claim their first series title since their 2020 triumph back in Australia. And then the Blitzboks had a rare slip-up in this tournament, losing in the quarterfinals to the eventual champions. champions. Well, that's where we leave our sport for now. Mr. Mike Pedro and I will chew on a bit more sporting gristle in a moment, so stick around for that. But right now, let's see what the weather has in store, and I'm expecting a little bit of snowfall. Yes, winter is coming.
Thank you so much, G, for that sports update. On the weather front, yes, you are correct. Snowfalls occurred in Lesotho yesterday, and Gauteng experienced its coldest daytime temperatures so far this year. Now, the South African Weather Service says Verenigings was the coldest place in the country at 11 degrees Celsius, followed by Johannesburg at 12 degrees Celsius and Pretoria on 14 degrees. Now, the grey, gloomy day also saw the first snow of the year falling in Lesotho, where AfriSky guests woke up to a fluffy blanket of light snow over the resort. The South African Weather Service said the wet weather conditions over the central and eastern areas of the country would continue until Wednesday. Snow in the central areas of the country would cause cold temperatures in Gauteng, the Free State, as well as KwaZulu-Natal. Weather forecaster Wayne Venter confirmed that snowfall was occurring on the mountain peaks of Lesotho and north, east and south peaks of the Drakensberg. There was also snow in the northern areas of the Eastern Cape, and Venter said it would start clearing up by today. Next, we move from beautiful snowy landscapes to the picturesque sunrise views seen from around the country. Clive Payne from Bellville shared the stunning shot of the sun casting its rays through the trees, showing off a hazy morning view in his area. Then another one came through from Nancy Govender from Pennington, traded in her usual ocean view for this shot, showing off the greenery in her area with this pastel-hued sky as a backdrop. And that is how you set the tone for the Monday, everybody. But that being said, let me get you geared up for those temperatures for you, Polokwane. Do expect a 70% chance of rain today, ranging from 13 to 22. If you do find yourself in Umbombela as well, rain is coming your way with a minimum of 17 and a maximum of 24. For you, Pretoria, your low is 12 with a high of 18. Johannesburg can be seen with a range of 11. That will peak at 17. Mahikeng, thunder showers are coming your way on this Monday with a low of 12 and a high of 19, as well as Klerksdorp, your low is 11. That will peak at 19 as well. Kimberley for you, 12-21. Bloemfontein, 7-19. And if you do find yourself in Richards Bay on this Monday, do expect a range of 17 to 21. Pietermaritzburg for you, it is 14-20. South Africa's Playground Durban, do expect a 60% chance of rain today with a range of 17 to 21 as well. Umtata for you, it is 12-19. East London, 17-23, as well as Craddock can be seen with a minimum of 11 and a maximum of 23. Gqeberha for you, it is 17-24. George can be seen with a low of 15 and a high of 25, as well as the mother city, Cape Town, ranging from 15 to 27. Worcester for you, if you're out and about, sunshine is coming your way, ranging from 14 to 30. Sutherland, 9-22. And last but definitely not least, Uppington, ranging from 13 to 26. Well, that is where I leave your first update of your weather here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
I'm hungry, dude.
Are you?
I thought I could wait, but I can't.
All right, I got you.
Please,
Don't worry,
dude,
man.
I'm starving, man. You're also going to need a bit of energy because you're going to be...
I was just about to say that, like I said, Tracy Johnson's literally coming from a mystical land. She's going to teach me how to hopefully move these hips in a way that doesn't even make us lie. So hopefully that does go down this morning. What else you got for the rest of the show?
Well, first I'm going to savor a mouthful.
Yeah?
Good choice. What choice did you get?
I got the fruit-flavored low-dairy snack. This one looks like it's peach.
Beautiful. So this is a perfect palate cleanser. We're going to be whipping up, Jenny Morris and I, some peanut butter popsicles in just a moment. Going to be absolutely delicious.
See you soon.
I'll save some of this for that.
I hope you'll always know how much I love you. I hope that you never stop learning and growing, that you'll be brave and joyful and kind, and that one day when you look at me and I look at you, we'll love the wonderful you that you've become. It all begins with purity.
Be joining us as well, so that'll be cool.
Cool.
So grab this.
Yeah, grab one that you want to try out.
Yeah.
I think.
It's all in the hips, eh?
It's all in the hips.
All in the hips. You do this with like fire and shit, eh? How long have you been doing it for?
8 to 10 years
I'm
now.
gonna have to call you out to do like something crazy for us, yeah?
For sure. But then I need my other hoop.
Oh, your elite hoop.
Yeah, the special one.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, Mzansi, welcome back. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and it's time to get motivated because it's Monday, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun. Now, if you think hula hooping is just for kids, and think again. The biggest kid in the block is here right now, and it's a simple piece of equipment that can boost the fun factor in your fitness routine and give you an absolutely excellent workout, all at the same time while having fun. Now, some of the key benefits of this kind of exercise includes burning calories, boosting cardio, fitness, challenging your core muscles, and of course, improving your balance and making those hips never lie again. Now, here to demonstrate some of these exercises, we've got a hula hoop dance instructor. Her name's Tracy Johnson. She's not a mythical creature. She's a human being, and she's going to perform something special for us, just to give us the inspiration we need this Monday morning. Tracy Johnson, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
We are
Thank
so
you.
excited. Myself
I'm
and Jamie are
excited.
like,
He's been
we want to, yeah.
He's like, no, you have to see the way she moves. So before we get into the workout, we just want you to show us what it looks like before we show you what it
I need
does not look
inspiration
like.
as well.
Okay, you need some inspiration? Sure, maybe give me this hoop, thank you. I'll just do something simple, so I'll actually show you a little bit of what we're going to be doing today.
Okay.
So simple move like this is a nice beginner one. We're also going to do a weave as well. We're just going to watch those ceilings. You can do a jump through as well. And we're going to go down into waist hooping, right? So it's just a little something like that.
Are you just like
you know.
simple?
Oh,
Just
my
dance
word.
while
Yeah.
you're just swinging around your
this.
body. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's dial it back quite a bit. Let's go to step one. Because I
Okay.
definitely want to look like that at the end of this session. So what are we doing
Sure.
first?
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is a hula hoop dance workout,
Okay.
of course. So the first thing you need to consider as an absolute beginner, you need the hoop to touch the ground, and it's going to come up to about your belly button.
Okay, so I need
That's
a bigger
good
one,
size.
maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Let's swap that out. There we
Right,
go.
that's a bit better, yeah?
It's a bit better, that will work.
Okay.
So we're just going to take the hoop. We can actually cue the song if we have one.
DJ, come
Really-
through with some music maybe. Nice.
Yeah,
Okay, I
we're
like
really
that.
going to do a proper workout right now.
Okay.
So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take the hoop out in front of you. You're going to stand up nice and straight and tall. And we're just going to twist to the side. But first, rotate your palms facing outwards, right? So you're going to stand like this, and then you're just going to twist to the side. Right, nice and deep as far as you can go to the center and extend to the other side. So you should engage your core as you're doing this. Remember to breathe and do it again to the other side. And let's do
Nice.
one more. Can you feel it?
Yeah, so this is
In
like
your
an active-
shoulders.
This is pretty much an active warm-up now, right?
And yes, it is, exactly.
Some
And
thoracic
extend
twisting
over your
in.
head. We're just going to take some deep breaths. So bring the hoop down and inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Okay, one more time. Inhale up and exhale down. Great. Bring the hoop out in front of you. Right, get a nice kind of like a squat stance. And we're gonna steer the hoop as if we are driving a steering wheel, right?
I don't have my license yet,
You don't have your license yet,
Someone else take the wheel from Jamie.
Right, so really stretch into that side body, right? And when the beat drops in a little bit, we're gonna pick it up, right? So remember to keep that core engaged.
Oh, I gotta say, just already on this, feeling a lot of the accentuation of my muscles now, like starting to come alive, starting to come thoracic twist, the
We're
lats, the
waking
shoulders. Yeah, we're waking up on Monday, Mzansi.
Fantastic.
Hope you got a hula hoop and joining us. If you don't, just play along, just have some fun. Come and dance with us.
It's really simple and accessible, right? Okay, are you ready? We're gonna pick it up. Really engage that core.
How you doing over there, Jamie?
I'm good. My arms are actually burning.
Yeah, that's what we want, right? It's a workout. Good morning.
I never thought, you know, something as functional as this that you grew up with, now using to work
Let's
out.
pick it up. Up and down. Really feel it. There we go.
I feel like I'm
steering wheel.
a rich man on a big boat driving a big wheel right now.
It's your yacht. It's your yacht.
It's my yacht. Finally, we made it, Jamie.
The next one is going to challenge your coordination a bit. You're going to step to the side, right?
Oh, no.
So your right arm's going to go down, and you're going to step to the side. So right, step to the back. Open up to the side, so keep the hoop where it is. There we go. Let's try that again, right? Palms facing out.
Yeah.
Right arm down, step to the side, left arm up. Step to the back and bend your arms. Perfect, just like that. Left arm down. Keep the hoop out in front of you. Perfect. And step to the front. Let's do that again. So left, back, left arm down. And oh, look, Austin's coming.
Look at me, mama.
Okay, we got it, we
Look
got
at
it,
me,
we got
mama.
it. So you're gonna keep the hoop in front of you.
Right.
You're gonna do that again. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and side, back, side, front, and side.
Yeah.
Back,
Yeah.
side.
Yeah. Look at me, mama.
Let's pick it up.
Yeah,
Let's pick it up. There we go. Look at you. It's a hoop dance workout.
Zanzi, Tracy Johnson, we're absolutely loving this. It's the first session and we are going to have 2 more. And well, I'm getting a little bit dizzy here, but we are working out and I can definitely feel this. We're stimulating the core, we're lekker warm, and round 2 is going to be even more fun. We'll catch you in just a bit. It's time to go feed those bellies, and I absolutely love that. Nice stuff. Yeah, getting it in the zone, Jamie.
I like it.
Oh, from one early morning challenge to another. I think a lot of parents out there are challenged with kids oversleeping on school mornings. And I think that leaves no time for breakfast. You just got to go, 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 go. And it really can be quite an intense process. Well, our Clover Go Nuts Banana Breakfast Popsicles, they trade the cereal bowl with a breakfast on a stick. We love this. A beautiful, wonderful, and delicious snack. Perfect to enjoy on the ride to school. Just before that bell rings, you'll just watch for a little bit of chocolate on your face. That's it. And Miss Jenny Morris is already peeling our bananas, which is a good sign. So that's a good, nutritious base to start from, our banana. And then we're going to jazz it up with some deliciousness. And, of course, we are using, on the go, our Go Nuts. And we're using the smooth peanut butter option for this. But I suppose you could take it any route you want. Okay, so what are you doing?
So what I'm doing is, first I'm peeling my banana.
Banana.
And then sometimes you get these, and I specifically chose this one because it's still fruity and it's lovely. Someone's given it a little pinch or a squeeze. And you know what kids are like, they're so fussy.
Yeah, for completely.
So this is a good way to also use...
No, I'll keep mine, once they start to get to that like kind of ripe, overripe phase,
love
then
it.
put them in shakes, you know, because the flavour is so strong. Yeah, freeze them, chop them up, freeze them, and then you've got them ready in little buckies for your... Okay, so now...
So now you've got to like spread them. So here, what we're going to do is you can actually pop the breakfast cereal.
And this is where do you want me to? Are you going to roll it in it?
Yes, I'm going to give it a roll.
Give you a little base of that.
So you basically are just putting this beautifully together.
So you want a nice liberal covering. Of your...
Look how nice and smooth and creamy this is.
Yeah, I was wondering why we went with the smooth option here. But I think just in general, the Clover Go Nuts smooth peanut butter, just so you know, 90% choice grade peanuts, perfectly ground to create the smoothest, most spreadable, as you can see, peanut butter that is perfect for lunches, for snacks, for smoothies, anything that you want to use it. In fact, and with Easter week in full swing now, you can add chopped up Easter eggs as a topping instead of the nuts that we're going to going to add to the sweet treat. In fact, you could do whatever you wanted
I'd
with
freeze
this.
them. I would freeze them as well.
Yeah.
It makes such a lovely...
Yeah, I make iced lollies constantly out of healthy things because my
Yes.
kids absolutely love them, and they can't live on an ice cream every day, but they
No.
can have one of these kind of popsicle creations, and it's
Yes.
fun to eat. We haven't let go of summer just yet, you know.
Not yet, darling. And the best part is licking the board.
Oh, completely.
Waste not, want not. Okay, so I'm going to make you one.
Okay.
Have a look at this. I'm just
Beautiful.
spread this out nicely and then just dip, dip, dip. Okay.
Get a nice liberal. Oh,
You
this
can
is
use
gonna be good.
muesli, you could use any of those sort of ricey sort of...
Yeah, a nice crunchy. So actually, like a
crunchy,
puffed
yeah.
rice could be
Yes,
beautiful.
absolutely. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And then pass me the
Chocolate.
chocolat, because we like a little bit of chocolat. I have made you a couple over there. You can see they're lovely big babies. And then we just... Okay.
This is quite substantial, eh? This is
It
not
is,
just
it's huge.
a snack on the go. This really is a
Yeah.
great meal substitute for a breakfast or a
This
brunch.
is huge. And
Like
of
we
course-
said, either on the go on the way to school or as a nice treat on the weekend.
That's it. And of
And
course,
then a little bit of chopped nuts.
with the Easter
Of course.
coming, so this is better than an Easter egg, I would imagine.
Oh. No, completely. This ticks a whole lot of boxes, and
does.
it is a bit of a cheeky treat as well
It's
because
a
it is a
cheeky
lot of fun. It's really, really tasty. And as I said, this is just a jumping off point. If you want to chop up some kind of marshmallow, Easter eggs, put it there, some fantasticals, you can put it on there, anything that you want. You can really get creative, get excited, and have a whole lot of fun with this.
Absolutely. Now, you can have fun with the ones that I've prepared
I'm going to have a
for
little
you.
shimmy over here and
Yes.
have a taste of our... And these have come out spectacularly.
I'm going to just keep working on this little
And I suppose you
number
just got to
over here.
go right in and crunch, eh?
Bite.
Cheers.
Bite, baby. Look at him, he's happy.
Oh, that's yummy.
Lovely, lovely.
All about the crunch. I would actually freeze them as well.
That would be beautiful frozen, huh?
Absolutely beautiful. So excuse me talking with my mouth full. This is quite a choosy thing. If you've got any, especially those slightly overripe bananas that are pushing
Love
the
it.
boundary, perfect for this because you want that strong banana flavor profile. It's crunchy, it's delicious, and it's easy to make. Jenny Morris?
And it's on a stick.
And it's on a stick. Who doesn't want more? If you want to recreate these beautiful popsicles or create your own version, go to expressoshow.com. Yummy!
We are back with the best of the best in the All-Star Season 10 of Tropica Island of Treasure. And we're going big! Buy a Tropica, find your code under the cap, and stand a chance to win loads of instant prizes.
Plus, if you find the treasure under the cap, you will win one of 10 big prizes. See pack for details. Tropica, nothing smooth.
Van Potch af. Hy is terug. Mike Pedro is here. The weekend's Premier League action was obviously headlined by a battle at the top of the table between Man City and Liverpool, and they could not be separated. There were also some important games, well, for everybody at this stage of the season, but Spurs, Arsenal and Man United especially. Not all positive results. Here to take us through all of the action is our sports anchor and producer, Mr. Mike Pedro. Mikey.
Great.
I was hoping you'd be in better spirits. First of all, a brilliant job in Potch.
Thank you very much.
So cool to see the ladies growing strength on strength. So well done to the tournament hosts. Great job. But let's focus on that team that you kept showing off in every interview on your arm there. Often when two brilliant teams with amazing stars in it play each other, they kind of cancel each other out. It's a weird phenomenon. It was a nervy game. It was an intense game. Had moments that were brilliant. It certainly gave the fans a lot to think about. How are you feeling as a Liverpool fan and as an objective sports reporter now that there is still 1 point separating them?
I think that objective sports reporter is the most important thing there. To be honest, I almost didn't come to work this morning because I just couldn't handle it yesterday. I was a bundle of nerves for 90 minutes. But I think in the end, probably a fair result, 2-2, especially based on that second half performance. It looked as though once Liverpool equalised the second time, both teams sort of settled for the result. And I think it's a result that benefits City because obviously they're the ones with that 1 point lead.
Yeah, keeps them out front.
If you look at the run-in as well, the fixtures of the two teams, the 7 games left, Liverpool still have to play Man United, Everton and Spurs. All three teams are fighting for different
They've got
things.
a reason to fight, yeah.
Exactly. I think if you look at City's, probably their biggest test still coming is West Ham, and that's, I think, the second last game of the season. So you look at the run-in, and you could argue City probably have it a bit easier, especially playing the way that they play. But I think the next 7 games are going to be pretty much what it was yesterday, just on the edge of your seat the entire time.
Yeah, so much to lose at this stage. You talk about the run-in for 4th. It looks like, based on this weekend's performance, I mean, take nothing away from a very spirited Aston Villa. That first half, they were absolutely brilliant. But Spurs, Sonny he's closing in.
Yeah.
He's on 17 goals. He could get the golden boot this season if he continues.
I wouldn't put it past him, especially the way Spurs have been playing. I think they've scored 3 or 4 goals in their last 3 games, every game they've played.
Yeah, I think it's
Newcastle.
It's got to be such a massive vote of confidence for this young man.
Yeah, and I think coming at the right time as well, especially with Lukaku not really being part of the starting lineup in many of the games. You're looking at Kai Havertz, who's been filling in that role up front, and now you've got Timo Werner, who hit a little bit of form against Southampton. To be fair, Southampton didn't really put up much of a challenge.
Yeah, they didn't click,
They're one of those teams who, when they get it wrong, they get it badly wrong and can lose 9-0. We've seen that in the past. 6-0 against Chelsea, and I think a big boost for Chelsea as well. Heading into the rest of the season.
A big shock on the flip side of that coin for Arsenal, going down to Brighton. And we know the Seagulls, they can pull off an upset here and there, but this is one that Arsenal really needed to win.
Yeah, I think at this stage, everybody needs to win every game that they play, no matter where you are in the table, because you can ease about them. And Brighton took full advantage.
They did it, man. And of course, in that chasing pack, Man United needed a result this weekend, and they didn't get it. They were up against Everton, and it was Anthony Gordon who was the man who ultimately separated the two. Take a look at this. Oh, we haven't heard that in a while, eh?
Yeah.
We haven't heard that in a while. That means they're clear of Burnley. I mean, it's crazy to talk about Everton in that relegation berth, but this has been a disastrous season. How important was this win?
Yeah, I think this was massive for them, especially because Burnley lost against Norwich yesterday as well. So there is that bit of, I think there's a 3 or 4 point gap between Everton and Burnley now. So that win is even more important given the fact that Burnley couldn't manage to beat Norwich yesterday. And I think Everton, it's one of those clubs that you kind of want to see stay in the league.
Yeah,
I mean,
they should be a top 8er.
I say that as a Liverpool fan as well, just because you want that rivalry.
Want a vomit bag?
Yeah.
A vomit bag if you want it.
They're one of the traditional teams sort of in the...
No, completely, man.
And they have some very talented players there as well. I mean, Anthony Gordon is a local lad. So for him to come on and score the winner...
And score like that,
against Man United as well in such a crucial game, hopefully from an Everton perspective, that boosts them for the remaining 7 games and they can sort of pull clear of that relegation zone.
Another Merseyside legend emerges on the day, but now it's all about that run-in. Just 7 games left, a couple of teams with a game in hand, but it's going to go down to the wire. Who's going to take it? Who's going to make it into Europe? Who's going to get kicked out of the league? It is anybody's question.
And it's anybody's game indeed. But it's time to go on an islander because Tropica Island of Treasure, it's back with the best of the best in the All-Star Season 10. It's big. They're going so big. Now, what you need to do is go out there and buy the promotional Tropica bottle with the red cap, and you'll find them. There'll be lots of them. Find your code under the cap, okay, because there are some codes in there. Stand the chance to win loads of instant prizes. Plus, if you find treasure under the cap, you will win one of 10 big prizes, such as, listen to this, Suzuki products worth 250,000 Rand. Oh yes, and you get the chance to win also Uber vouchers worth 10,000 Rand, rest assured beds, a trip to the Seychelles. I mean, come on, need I say more? There'll be lots more to it as well. So follow the instructions on the pack and enter by dialing star 120 star 8767 and enter your unique code followed by hash on your cell phone to enter. Buy Tropica today, you could win. We're going on an islander. We'll catch you there.
What's beta-glucan? Hello, do you know what beta-glucan is? What is beta-glucan? No one knows what beta-glucan is.
Beta-glucan is a natural fiber in jungle oats that helps lower cholesterol and keep hearts well. Yes.
Jungle, do life with heart.
Simple as CBD should be.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's time to get back into that fitness because hula hoop dance instructor Tracy Johnson, she's back with us for another interesting workout session. Now, by training with your hula hoop for an hour, you can burn, get this, up to 900 calories. But don't worry, if you can't work out for that long, 15 minutes is just enough if you are a beginner. And Tracy, what do you have for us for this one? Because, I mean, the first one was setting the basics, setting the tone for it. We got some hip movement going. And this time we're going to get a bit more technical with the hula hoop, correct?
Yes, that's right. So the first one was was more about using the hoop as a tool to incorporate into your workouts to really build strength. This one is about dance, right? We're going to use the hoop to flow and just jam it out a little bit, okay?
Flow and jam, two of our favorite words.
Yeah,
I also dance, so I was like, oh dear, puts his left foot away.
Yeah, we're going to get moving and grooving.
All right.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to teach you, well, I'm going to teach you a sequence of 4 absolute beginner moves. So at home, you should be able to do this. I've made it so it's accessible for you. So the first thing is waist hooping. You're going to bring the hoop around you and make sure the hoop has contact with your lower back. You don't want to lean too forward and you don't want to lean too back, right? So you're going to give it a nice spin and you're going to use that momentum and just thrust. Right, back and forward.
How does it stay there?
Keep going. Yeah, there we go. Nice. So you can see the bigger the hoop, the slower and more fluid it's going to be. The smaller the hoop, the harder and faster. So you can really play around with that momentum of going faster and slower. Yeah, we got it.
I need to concentrate. Don't talk to me.
It really does take a lot of focus, right? Awesome. Yeah, you're getting it.
But at the same time, I must say, like the fact that it's forcing the hips to move in not just like one direction, but multi-directionally. I'm feeling my legs coming into play here. I'm feeling the entire body working out.
So you see how when you move forward, you kind of lose.
Yeah.
You lose your momentum. So my quick tip is instead of letting the hoop go down, just get into a habit of holding the hoop. So grabbing the hoop behind you. So instead of letting it fall down, you're just stopping it, right?
And then turn it into a move.
Yes, exactly. So the next thing I'm going to teach you is a weave. So with your palm facing up, you're just going to go side to side. So you go to the left side and to the right side. Left side, right side, just like that. Right, that's a weave. The next one is going to be round and round your body. So with your palms facing down, you're going to pass it from your right to your left in front of you and your left to your right behind you. Make sure that the hoop is parallel to the ground. So right to left in front of you, left to right behind you. So you're just going to move with it. So keep going. Really feel it. Get a little boogie in. It is a hula hoop dance.
Look at me,
Boogie. You're so big. There we go. Awesome. Right, so now we're going to incorporate the two together, right?
Wow.
So we're going to go...
Concentration, okay.
Yes, okay. And we go left, right, left, right. Let's do it again. Left and right. And when you're ready, you're going to jump through and jump through. Bring it over you. Get it nice and parallel to the ground and flow it out around and round. Yeah.
What's the song?
I know, I just want to like Joel. I'm ready for the Joel. I'm ready for an outdoor fest. I think you can throw some fire on this. Let's go.
Yes. That's what we aim for.
Absolutely love it.
The next...
Okay, yeah, sure. No, let me carry on because I want to learn more. I want to get to the top where I saw you doing that demo earlier. We're almost there, people. Mzansi, I hope you're joining in on this one too.
We're going...
Yeah, one more.
Okay, one more. So this one, we're going to do a horizontal isolation. So it's basically above your head, and you're just going to slowly isolate the hoop around your body. So while you turn, you can even put a little hip into it if you want. There we go, and bring it back up. Right, so now we're going to do exactly what we did again. Right, so let's do a weave. Weave. Yeah, there we go. Feel it. Really enjoy it. And jump through. Pop the hoop up above your head and catch it. And then isolate down. And two-way hooping.
It's just too easy out here. When you got a pro teaching you about hula hooping, it doesn't get more fun, it doesn't get more entertaining. And at the same time, we are working out. Don't forget it. We're burning calories. We got one more session coming at you. The beautiful Tracy Johnson. Jamie Lee Domberg and I are going to try to keep up on this one. But Mzansi, get the hula hoops out, get off the couch, and get banging for this next session. It's about to come at you. We'll see you in just a bit.
Casey making the boys and the girls work on a Monday morning, but it is a Monday, and I know that you've worked up an appetite from all of the action from the weekend. And what better way to start off the Easter week than with simple and delicious meals? No other way. Giving moms one less thing to juggle so that they can enjoy quality time with their kids. So let's give a big welcome to everybody's favorite, certainly my favorite, is Jenny Morris. Jenny from the block.
You know, I just love you. I love you because you're so cute.
I love you more. So this is really fantastic. So we're making tacos today, right?
We are making tacos, and they're just one of the easiest things to do. And with Simply Chicken, it's going to be even easier for the mummies.
Easier.
Yeah, because I mean, this is basically just cut the corner.
Yeah.
Cut the corner, Jack Horner, and then split it open.
You're cutting the corner there, but we know the one thing about Simply Chicken is that they've not cut the corners in terms of making that particular product,
they don't.
right?
No, they don't cut corners. Definitely not. And I mean, look here. Already beautifully crumbed. It's so real. I'm going to just really just get these into the oven and cook them off. I'm going to just, because I want to sort of reflect some of these beautiful flavors going into here, some cumin. Just take a little bit of cumin over the top of each one.
Stunning.
And some paprika.
Beautiful.
You don't
Always.
need salt. You don't
Paprika,
need pepper.
that's my thing, yeah.
I love paprika. No salt, no pepper, because it's beautifully seasoned. And then you're going to shred me some lettuce, and we're going to build a taco together, darling. So you roll those up. Do you like a lot of paprika?
Listen, Mozambican paprika, for me in particular, that is the thing. So this is all I'm doing, just shredding this. What are you going to do with it?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to build you a little taco, my little wacko boy.
Nice.
And while you're shredding, I'm going to make, so this is gorgeous sour cream, and some beautiful spices and some coriander to enhance the experience. That's lovely.
Love to hear it.
Nice. So take this taco and put a little bit in the bottom. I've already cooked my little chicken statelets off in the oven. I've baked them, and then we just cut these into strips, and these strips we're going to literally just drop.
And please don't hold back on the strips. I want you to please, Jenny. And
I mean, I
needn't ask you to be generous with them.
Okay, would you like a little bit of guacamole on the bottom?
Okay, cool. What I do like about this particular type of meal is that if you are on the move, and moms generally are, right? So they always have so much to do. This you can prepare pretty quickly. I mean, we've already done...
This is actually nice and portable for a picnic, you know, that you can actually do all of this, because I mean, you've got holidays now at the moment.
That's it.
And
the
long
kids are out
weekends,
there.
and
That's it. There's already so much to do for mums, but Simply Chicken products, they've really gone all out to make sure that they are creating a product that's perfect for real mums with real chicken. And Simply Chicken products contain no pork, no added MSG, quick and easy to prepare, and they can also be air fried, which really is all the convenience you need. So what's happening now?
Well, this is like, I've made you a double whammy. This is like a dagwood.
This is done?
It's done.
That's it.
We told you it was going to be easy.
That's it. It's done. I love that. Okay, cool. I'm going to tell you now what this tastes like, or how it tastes, if it tastes like a long weekend.
Darling, you don't need a long weekend to have Simply Chicken. You just need some in your freezer. You can have them any time you like. Look at that. Eh?
You know what?
This lovely cream cheese. It's like very Mexicano.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Delectable. What I do like about what you've done, introducing the paprika and the cumin, really does elevate the flavor profile of this, and I do love it. Wow, this is stunning. So go on to expressoshow.com if you want the recipe, but there you have it. It's here. Easter is fast approaching, so get your hands on this recipe. Go onto our site, like I said, expressoshow.com. More quick and easy recipes, go on to @simplychickenza. And you can follow them on Instagram using that handle. It's a new week, which means that a new chance at winning yourself an air fryer every single week with Simply Chicken. Now, to be this week's winner, all you have to do is go onto the competition post on Expresso's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, and use that hashtag #RealMomEasterHolidayStories. We want to hear all of those stories, and not only do you stand the chance to win yourself an amazing air fryer, but also your chance to tell your story right here on Expresso and automatically be entered into the draw for that grand prize of, wait for it, 10,000 Rand. Okay, how does that sound? Don't forget to include that hashtag #RealMom in your answer, and the competition will close at midday on Friday the 15th of April. T's and C's on expressoshow.com. This is so good, Jenny.
Isn't it delicious?
So good.
Welcome back, you beautiful souls. Thank you so much for keeping it locked. Time now to meet this morning's performer, climbing literally right out of a bush in the garden route and immediately starting a social media account. Milan Becker, aka the Child of Earth, is a modern hippie aiming to spread good vibes, smiles, and vibrations to anyone who encounters him. And on his very much specific flavor of truth-inspired positive music, but I think you need a taste of it. You need to see it to believe it. So before we get to know this incredible human being, here is one of his latest singles.
Oh, no. It's the season for the treason of hate without a reason. Love that they keep stealing from the hearts of those who need healing. Season for the treason of hate without a reason. Love that they keep taking from the hearts of those that they breaking. I say, freedom to believe in our friends and ourselves. To believe rocks don't mean wealth. Play by dreams and lay.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Child of Earth, Milan Becker! Welcome to it, buddy. Hey, Smiley Pants. Buddy, in a studio that's full of smiles. You've outsmiled all of us already this morning, man.
It's all you. It's all you.
Thank you so much for the very early start, which I know is a punishment for most musos. For you here.
You got to do it.
I got to ask, when did you kick the shoes off and start performing, buddy? Where did this incredible musical journey first begin for you?
Okay, so I was born without shoes. That's basically how it goes.
Do you know that everyone right now was like, was I born with shoes? Or
That's a question for the moms out there. Let's be honest. When I was 5 years old, I started playing the cello. And then so it went. Been playing guitar now for 14 years. Yeah. So
you look so comfortable in your skin, my man, and I would imagine after the last couple of years you've had a lot of time to introspect, to look at yourself, to look at your music, to look at where you're going, and it feels like you're on a mission, dude.
Yeah.
What is that mission?
So we are going to spread love.
I love it.
We are going to spread kindness. We're going to be good to our fellow people.
Yes, man.
We're all going to die one day.
Yep.
So do you want to look back on your life and have something you're proud of?
Exactly, man.
You made an impact, you made a difference. I don't know. Let's hope it goes that way.
Completely, dude. And I think all of us are looking. I was thinking about this the other day in a big meeting, thinking like, at the moment, it almost feels like we have to live with meaning.
Yeah.
If anything, these last 2 years have taught us that we have to concentrate and live with meaning. And you get to do that on a completely different level with the music that you create, because that inspires other people to do that. With a track like Freedom, how do you go about creating a song? Does it just happen? Is it just pouring what's inside of you out? Or is there a mechanism? Do you kind of follow a formula to create the feel good? How do you do it?
I understand what you're asking, sort of a process. So I'll say, and any musician watching will know this. Some songs fall out the heavens, and there you have it. Other songs you could spend years writing or months writing. Or exactly.
Craft it out, yeah.
This and that, and line by line word, and like, no, not that word. And as opposed to other ones where you're just like, oh, what's that? And you're like, okay, thank the Lord I recorded it, you know. So for a song like Freedom, it's actually, that was a written one. That was my first song that I pen to paper and let's write this.
That's your first peg in the sand.
To spread a good, to spread a good thing. Yeah. So
that, you know, we all struggle with the idea of conformity and what we have to present as an image to be able to achieve what we do. Certainly in our section of our industry.
I can believe.
And I would imagine in your industry it's a similar sort of thing. But I can't imagine that you are ever going to kind of curtail the way you are, the way you look, the way you sound to fit any kind of mold. How do you find being you and what you're trying to achieve, and the fact that you're not wearing any shoes, man? You don't even have shoes on. Do you feel like you've got to kind of push to create your identity in that space, or is the world appreciating the individual at the moment?
I mean, I hope they are. I would say it's not so much a push to be who you are, but more a pull, more inside. It's not so much
accept that, yeah.
Yeah, you let it. You be you. Everyone knows who they are. They should just sit back and let it happen. You'll be accepted.
you'll be accepted.
I believe now more than ever. I honestly believe that the world has opened its eyes and we're all part of the same global village. Cool. Buddy, I think the best way to appreciate your music is to watch you perform live. Where can people see you perform? How can people follow you? I did say you're on social media now. How can people connect with you?
My next show, if everyone is doing their jobs right, will be on the 1st of May at the Armchair Theatre.
Oh, beautiful.
In Cape Town. So please come. I want to meet you all in person. I want to smile and laugh and have a good time with all of you. So,
do people have to wear shoes? Can they wear shoes? Is it optional?
Listen, they don't even have to wear anything if they don't.
Oh, a party ain't a party. I love it, man. I absolutely love it. Oh, buddy, I can't tell you how excited I am to hear you perform this morning.
Thank you.
Like I say, we're a pretty loved up studio, and you've taken us from like an 8 to a 12.
Oh, wow.
And I have no idea, no doubt that is going to permeate through the rest of the country watching this morning. Stick around. This wonderful human being is going nowhere. 3 performances, not 1, not 2, but 3, just for us and for you this morning. So stick around.
Thank you
buddy,
so
such
much.
a pleasure having you in our studio space. That smile's not going anywhere. We are not going anywhere. And of course, it is just about the top of the hour, so time to get back into those news headlines.
Indeed, it's going to be a very interesting show, but it is 7 o'clock now, time to have another look at those news headlines. Starting on the local front, the Cape Town Metro Council has not yet issued a permit for the Two Oceans Marathon, which takes place on Easter Sunday. Now, this after several churches and other organizations expressed concern about the impact the road race would have on congregation members who wish to attend services on that day. The Metro says part of the licensing process is done with consultation with affected parties. Discussions are now being held with race organizers in the hope that a solution can be found. Then 2 Johannesburg Metro Police Department officials have been arrested for allegedly supplying criminals with high-caliber ammunition. Johannesburg Public Safety Ambassador Wayne Minnaar said the officers were linked to the case by a suspect who the Hawks arrested in Randfontein on the West Rand on Friday. Minnaar said the officials were allegedly selling R5 ammunition. He said 2 Metro Police members were nabbed in possession of ammunition at a shopping center. They are not patrol officers but perform administration duties and are currently being detained at the Johannesburg Central Police Station. Then looking to news further abroad, the Austrian Chancellor Karl Nehammer will travel to Moscow today for talks with President Vladimir Putin. He'll be the first EU leader to meet the Russian president in person since the invasion of Ukraine. Austrian official says Nehammer wishes to promote dialogue between Moscow and Kyiv and will also raise the issue of war crimes. Meanwhile, the bodies of more than 1,200 people have been found in the Kyiv region. Ukraine's Prosecutor General Irina Venediktova says Russian forces are killing Ukrainians every day, but Russia denies targeting civilians. Then international donors have pledged some 1.79 billion euros to help ease hunger in the Sahel and Lake Chad region this year. The UN's Food and Agriculture Organization has said this. Now, pledges were led by the European Union, whose contributions for 2022 will reach 240 million euros, in addition to 654 million euros the bloc has promised in long-term development aid. Another big donor is France, who will provide 166 million euros in food support this year. And then it's back. It is official. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are going to marry, and the engagement ring he's given her is reported to be an absolute showstopper. Now, this time it's a huge green diamond ring, which her sister Linda says she's crazy about. J-Lo says green has always been her favorite color. Now, back in November 2002, Affleck proposed with a 6.1 carat pink diamond ring, but they ultimately called their September 2003 wedding off before splitting for good in January 2004. They reconciled last spring, and J-Lo says she doesn't see herself and Affleck splitting up again. She didn't think they would have got back together if they thought that they would be where things were headed right now. She also added, and I quote, "We feel like what we have found again is so much more important. How we live our lives, what to share, what not to share. That's the balance we have now, the benefit of experience and also the wisdom that we gained over the years, and we are happy to see it." On that beautiful note, that is where I leave your 7 o'clock news headlines. We will be back on the top of the hour to wrap things up, but right now it's time to have another look at the sports with G.
Well, like every man out there, I'm hoping my beautiful fiancée isn't looking at her ring right now. Let's kick it off with football. Nothing could separate them at the top of the table. Man City and Liverpool, they played out to what was ultimately a very intense 2-2 draw in the top of the table clash yesterday. So that result means that City still have a 1-point lead over their rivals with just 7 games left in the season. It's now all about that run-in. The hosts, they opened the scoring through Kevin De Bruyne before Diogo Jota levelled matters. Then City went into that break leading 2-1 after Gabriel Jesus restored their advantage. Then Liverpool hit back quickly in that second half through Sadio Mane. Neither side able to score again after that. Then elsewhere, Son Heung-min, he was on fire, scoring a hat-trick as Spurs beat very spirited Aston Villa 4-0 to now open a 3-point gap to Arsenal. They lost 2-1 to Brighton in the shock of the weekend. Then Chelsea, they thumped Southampton 6-0. While Man United, they were also shocked 1-0 by a relegation-threatened Everton. Then we bring it back home for cricket, and South Africa's spin twins, Keshav Maharaj and Simon Harmer, were at it again yesterday. And they reduced Bangladesh to 27 for 3 in that second innings as the tourists were faced with an intimidating 413 to win the second test. So after dismissing Bangladesh for 217 in their first innings, Proteas scored at a pretty rapid rate in their second innings before declaring on 176 for 6 to give themselves a chance of striking some early blows in the evening session. And not surprisingly, that task was assigned to Maharaj and Harmer in the evening light, and they didn't disappoint. Maharaj taking 2 wickets to continue his brilliant series with the ball. And you talk about a brilliant series. He has been flawless this season, and he continued on that track. Charles Leclerc led from the start to finish to steer his Ferrari to an action-packed win at the Australian Grand Prix on Sunday, with world champion Max Verstappen failing to finish the race again. So the World Championship leader from Monaco started from pole, held his position at the first turn, and then never looked back, scorching around the 58-lap Albert Park circuit to take the checkered flag by a massive 20.5 seconds. Then Red Bull's Sergio Perez was second, with George Russell claiming his first podium finish with a 3rd place. The defending world champion Max Verstappen, though, had another afternoon to forget as he had to retire the car for the 2nd time in 3 races. He's now 51 points adrift of Leclerc. And then we go on to rugby finally, and Fiji back to their best. They produced a powerful performance to see off New Zealand 28-17 yesterday and clinch victory in the Singapore leg of the World Rugby 7 Series. So the Tokyo Olympic gold medalists, so they stormed to an early lead in that final, never looked back, taking a 21-0 lead into that half-time break. New Zealand did fight back hard. They narrowed the deficit after the break with 3 tries of their own before the Fijians closed the deal. They were able to put the game to bed and claim their first series title since their 2020 triumph back in Australia. In the Blitzboks, their incredible run of form came to an end. They had a rare slip-up in this tournament, losing in the quarterfinals to those eventual champions. Well, that's where we leave our sport for this hour. We'll touch on them again, the headlines again at 8 o'clock. Right now, let's get the latest with a global weather perspective and, of course, the temperatures here in SA.
Thanks so much, G. Now it's time for us to take a look at the weather and maybe something for us all to celebrate. Now, with regards to the environment, here's an interesting item concerning protected trees in South Africa. Now, listen to this. 4 more trees have just become protected in SA under the National Forest Act. Now, Forestry, Fisheries and Environmental Minister Barbara Creasy has updated the annual list to include the red and pink ivory, the jackalberry, the manketi, also known as the mongongo nut, as well as the umtiza, on the list of protected trees. Now, cutting, disturbing, damaging or removing protected trees could land offenders in jail for up to 3 years. Now, Creasy said an expert panel found that these are major species and are vulnerable to particular threats in specific parts of their distribution range. Now, following the recent additions, SA's list of protected trees now contains 52 species. Now, the list covers species such as the iconic camel thorn, the acacia areoloba, and the Otaniqua yellowwood. Now, trees indigenous to dense forest in the Western Cape to hardy species which dot the arid Namakwa are also on the list. And yes, something for us to celebrate indeed. Now, from positive environmental news, we look to the skies as we showcase the incredible, stunning sunrise views experienced by you, our viewers. And now, kicking us off at 7 a.m, we've got Daki Mpokanta from Tembisa, who kicks us off with this incredibly cool silhouetted shot showing 2 horses grazing happily in the morning air. Beautiful stuff indeed. Next up, our regular contributor Nick Lombard, who seems like a professional, if you ask me, all the way from Dino King. He captured a mind-blowing shot and absolutely blowing us away. An incredible shot of the landscape. And this one, seeing him on these travels around the breathtaking country of Mzansi, which we live in. And oh, what a spectacular view to start the day, Nick. And absolutely loving how you are showcasing the beauty of Mzansi. We are absolutely blessed with so much of it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Mzansi. Keep bringing those pictures in because we love seeing our country, our beauty, and being inspired. Now, to take a look at the temperatures once again, starting off in Polokwane. Your day starts at 13, moving up to 22. Umbombela sees the day starting at 17, moving up to 24. Pretoria, 12, moving up to 18. Rainfall in all of these towns so far, and much the same for Johannesburg, with the rain continuing, 11 all the way up to 17 degrees. Over in Mahikeng, the rain continues. 12 is your low, moving up to a high of 19. In Klerksdorp, you see the day starting at 11, moving up to 19, with some rainfall coming through as well. Kimberley, much the same, 12 moving up to 21 with rain. And Bloemfontein, the thunder showers continue. 7 is your low, moving up to a high of 17 degrees. Over in Richards Bay now, the rain continuing. Winter's on its way. 17 moving up to a high of 21 degrees. Pietermaritzburg, much the same, 14 moving up to 20 with rain. Durban, the rain continues. 17 moving up to 21. And Mthatha following suit with the wet weather. 12 moving up to a high of 19 degrees. Over in an area now which we are hoping catches some of the catchment of the water due to their drought is London. The rain seems to continue. 17 moving up to 23. In Cradock, the rain continues. 11 moving up to 23 as well. And much the same for Gqeberha, 17 moving up to 24. Please, please, please bring the rain through. And then much the same for George. A little bit of rainfall, which will be very welcomed. 15 moving up to 25 degrees. Over in the mother city now, 15 being your low, moving up to 27. Sunny skies on your side of town. And much the same for Worcester with the sun. 14 moving up to a nice warm 30 degrees. Sutherland, a chillier start to the day. 9 moving up to 22. And Uppington, last but not least, 13 moving up to a moderately warm 26 degrees Celsius. Well, Mzansi, winter's on its way, but don't worry, we got you covered when it comes to all those blues and stepping up the temperatures and your inspirational emotion. And here is a catch up with the rest of the team to find out more about what we can expect from today's magic.
Lots more inspiration, because it is Monday and we need that motivation to set the tone for this week with regards to our healthy habits. We asked on social media, what is your goals with regards to your health this week? And of course, all of you came through because, no wait, can we do a backtrack quickly?
Yeah, please. Let's take a look at that one more time. When you see a picture like this, then you almost want to do your own vision board for the year and look at your own body goals. Because, I mean, come on.
Can I put that on my vision list? I just want to put Raul there. Just like his face and his body. Just like
that's different. That's like Crush, right? Man Crush Monday. But listen, let's take a look at some of the comments that have come through on our Facebook page. Elam Elijah says, healthy goals is to up my jogging time and distance.
Yeah,
nice.
very easy. Like Meezy Williams says, have a healthy, balanced lifestyle. Have a blessed Monday. Have a blessed Monday to you too, Lamise.
Stunning. And it really is all about balance. I mean, come on, let's be honest. Between Raul and I, if you really think about it, I mean, I've got balance.
You've got
I've got balance. He's got body. No, I kid, I joke. Bongiko Simakubani says, healthy balance, yes, a healthy, balanced diet, lifestyle, but also hard to let go of my favorite rooibos tea.
You don't need to.
That's fine.
You don't need to. You don't need to.
You really shouldn't.
Yeah, Portia Dlamini says she wants to minimize her caffeine intake. I love coffee and I'm breastfeeding. Oh, so you need to find a good balance there because you're obviously giving to the barbecue as well. But again, let us know what is your Monday motivation. What is your week goals look like? What is your week goals?
To continue to be balanced in this way.
There we go. Take it from Uncle Tabsy himself.
Yeah.
Balance.
All right, listen up. It's time to let the hunt begin in Easter's most exceptional game. We want you to claim your digital beacon Easter bunnies when you scan the QR code and download it today. These digital bunnies are awesome. They're collectible, they're tradable, and yes, they're a whole lot of fun.
Now remember that as with all good things, there's only a limited number to give away. So grab yours now and don't miss out on all the fun. Let the hunt begin.
feel-good breakfast show.
Right, I'm Zanzi, welcome back. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We are just chilling out here, joined one more time this morning by hula hoop dance instructor Tracy Johnson. Oh, I need to stop that because it's not as easy as it looks now. She's been giving us some absolutely entertaining workout routines this morning. We're absolutely loving it. We are no longer adult. Bring the kid up inside of you and come join us one more time. Now, you've seen this morning that there are obviously plenty of reasons to give this creative form of exercise a try. I'm out of breath just doing that intro trying to hula hoop. But I cannot make it look as good as this woman does over here. And she's got one more session for us. So Tracy Johnson, one more time, what have you got for us? Because Jamie and I are loving this.
Like we are at a festival right now. We're just dancing, grooving, jamming with you. So we really have been enjoying the sessions.
I'm so happy to hear that. Yeah, this brings so much joy into my life. And for the last one, I'm just going to kind of do like more of a wind down. So we are still going to work into our legs for this one. So the first one was more about the upper body. Then we really got moving and did a bit of a dance. Now we're going to work the glutes and the legs.
Nice.
Right?
So this is actually a workout. I keep forgetting this is the fitness part of the show because we're just having so much fun. All right, what do you got for us?
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to hold the hoop out in front of you and we're going to stand in a squat position. So we are going to do 5 squats, right? So just like that, we're going to go down and just use the hoop to kind of hold as a placement. Remember to keep that core nice and engaged. That's 2, 3, and 4, right? So now you're gonna stay down and just kind of lean forward, and then you're gonna roll the hoop from side to side. You should feel it nice in that side body, to the center and to the other side. It's nice and challenging for you. And again, and the other side. Wonderful. So now we're gonna bring the hoop up, hold it in this position, and we're just gonna tilt to the side and we're gonna do a lunge, right? So hold the hoop and lunge down, not too wide, right? Because we're gonna come into a sumo squat. So first, take the hoop up over your head, breathe and bring it back over to your back, right? With your palms facing out, and extend back and really open your chest to the sky. A beautiful heart opener for this Monday morning. And bring it back over to the front. Hold that lunge. Now we're gonna open up into a sumo squat right over there, and we're gonna do some squats. You ready? Let's go down and up, down and up. Down
legs are burning.
And up, yes, and one more. Down and up. Now stay in that position. Rotate to the other side. Into that lunge. Bring the hoop up over your head, back behind you, and stretch into that back body. Awesome. All right. And we can bring it back in front of us, right?
Whoa, I've just been humbled, sorry.
Yeah,
this is no longer a hula hoop, it's officially a piece of Jimmy Corporate. My legs are burning after that. That felt like 1 rep only, and I can see the efficiency in this movement. Forcing control, forcing that good shape and that efficiency. Wow, humbled indeed. I absolutely love this. I never knew we could get that, well, mistreated by a hula hoop when it comes to working out.
Right.
Loved it, loved it. What else you got for us?
Okay, so we can do maybe just a little side stretch into, like with a hoop above your head, and just go over to the side like that. You can really feel it, right?
Yeah, the lats for me are really working out on this one.
Yeah,
entire part of the
next
back.
One. Let's do it again.
Down to the hips if you are joining us from Zanzi and you're feeling that stretch in the body, you are absolutely
down. And that's what I have for you for this one.
So much, Tracy.
You're welcome.
You know what? I actually want to go out and buy my son a hula hoop now for him, just for him, but then also just buy myself.
And I can teach him all these cool moves like, my friend, Luca, can you do this, boy? Let me show you how it's done. Yeah, mama. Look at the steps, look at the steps, look at the steps, look at the steps. What's the foot one? That's not actually that easy. That's quite hard.
Why are you trying to do that on live TV?
There we go, there we go. We got it, we got it. Tracy Johnson, thank you so much. You've been absolutely incredible this morning. Bringing us flames, bringing us the energy we need, and also just some fun, and especially a new, unique way to obviously work out. Now, you guys can catch your online movement from within. You can check out a handle, incredible classes, incredible options for you to reach your flow state. Enjoy.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's the best time.
All right, let's drop some truths here, people. An Easter braai is always a good idea. No, always. Unequivocally. So find Woolies deals right now on everything that you need for the most epic Easter feast on the Braai. So from Braai Bests to ice cream to chuckles, you know they've got it all, and some great daily difference thrown in the mix as well. And today, Chef Clem is going to make some scrumptious, spicy Braai quesadillas.
Thank you for saying quesadillas. And not quesadillas.
Quesadillas.
No.
This ain't no dilla. This is a dia.
It's a dia.
A dia quesadilla. I love this. This is kind of like Inception. You know why? Because you're taking something on the braai, and you're not just eating it as a simple braai kind of dish, you're transforming it into something else.
And you get so much more value out of it when you transform it this way.
And flavor. People forget the braai it's not just about drying meat. It's about gaining a very specific flavor profile from your meat. And now combining it with these gorgeous little chicken thighs, it's going to be magical. So talk us through how we create what looks like the most delicious quesadillas, dude.
So like I said, we're adding value to the quesadillas, to this dish by using the espetadas. And we're adding things to it, so...
Because a little goes a very long way.
Little goes a very long way. So talking about value, right now, if you get any 2 Braai marinated items, you'll get 20% off. Talking about 20% off, any 2 chuckles.
Oh, because
and
you have to.
20%
Did
off.
a chuckle just become a Braai essential?
But is it not?
It should
because
be,
it's changed. Because, you know, the pasta packet of chips, chips are like, You pass chuckles now at a Braai, okay? But we're not done. Any 2 real dairy ice creams, get 100. Get it for $140, but you and I are rewards members, so we get it for $135. I'm talking about the tin roof. I'm talking about the, how do you say it? Stracciatella.
Stracciatella.
I'm talking about the triple caramel, right?
I got, well, my mommy bought a chocolate sauce. Ice cream with chocolate sauce with the ripples going through it. I ate the whole thing on my own.
It's not a problem.
No, I ate the whole thing.
It's not a problem. It's not a problem.
I had a cheat day. I was like, come on, dude. Just treat yourself. And I literally ate it out of the tub. But it was amazing. Man.
Well done. Okay,
I digress. So quesadillas got particular flavor profiles, but it looks like we're taking those and we're just ramping them up.
We're just going like through the roof. Okay, so the espetadas, you can do them on your Braai. Hold up some of my Braai grids there, okay? So let me just talk about it. When I make these quesadillas at home, this is the actual Braai grid that I use because I can fit 2 halves on here, and you'll see what I mean in a second. Nice and compact. You don't want one that's too big. Things going to fall around.
It's going to slide down, and then you're going to try and poke it back with the thing.
Poke it back.
And what you don't want to do is have to open this mid-Braai, man. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Okay, then I'm going to get this. I've got some corn, I've got some coriander, I've got some spring onions. I won't go save you on the coriander because there we go.
I appreciate it, man. But no, there are other people at our Braai. It's not just me.
Okay, so it's all of it. So then I'm going to ask you to chop up our espetadas, okay?
And the nice thing here is there's no bone because
there's no bone. It's just the deboned thigh, so you can go nice and chunky.
And why is the thigh better, my friend, for this?
They call it's darker meat. It's not really darker. It's slightly more blush than breast would be. But what that is, the extra hemoglobin, we're using big words today, adds so much flavor, and it's a little more fat here, so it stays juicier.
And the fat also renders, that's the flavor.
It renders out, yes, so you're not going to be eating all of that. It's just juicy, it's more forgiving. If you overcook a chicken breast, you're done. If you overcook a chicken thigh, you're okay.
It's just caramelized.
You're okay. It's just caramelized. So I've got some mozzarella, and it's already been...
In fact, that being said, I actually prefer it with a bit of char. I need it with a bit of char, actually, because it gives it a bit of a punch. Yeah, otherwise, why are you braaiing it if you're not going to get that smoky Braai flavor, man?
Absolutely. Okay, so mozzarella goes in to join the corn, coriander, the spring onion. We want to add a little bit of that Mexican flair to it, but we're still South African, so we're going to go jalapeno hacha. Okay?
Beautiful.
This is amazing. Another Braai essential, curry noodle salad. Try making a curry noodle salad with this bad boy. And then don't tell anyone about it. Let it just be your secret.
Oh, good. It's a showstopper. I absolutely
love it. It's a showstopper.
Buddy, I mean, I'm trying to slice these, but the chicken is so beautifully cooked, it's like falling apart.
That's what I want to hear. All right.
It's looking spectacular, man.
You're doing a good job. I'm going to ask you...
My mouth is watering so hard just looking at this chicken and smelling it, and you can see what I love about the pre-packed marinated thighs. You can see how that flavor has permeated every nook and cranny, my friend.
You get so excited when you speak about it. The look in his eyes goes so big.
It's magical, man. It's magical.
And then, give that a smell.
Oh, that hacha is special.
So okay, so I'm going to ask you to add your chicken to that when you're done.
Okay, can I just some gooi, eh?
Gooi, and then give it a good mix for me.
Oh, that looks beautiful, my friend.
I've got some soft tortilla wraps. We do this new thing in the kitchen now where we clean as we go.
We try. Well, we try.
So good. Here you go. That's for you.
I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you.
No,
you
no,
are
no.
my best
you, man.
Braai buddy, honestly.
You are the acha in my pickle, my friend.
You are the jalapeno in my chutney.
Jalapeno.
Stop it, guys. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. So,
oh, my goodness. Look at that, buddy.
So, Raul, you see Raul's amazing workout. So, I know that post-workout, this is something that Raul's going to want to have. He loves his chicken.
He does?
He loves his... We've got some veggies in there. We've got some corn in there. So this is, I think, a Raul-approved post-workout.
Oh, definitely.
Snack. Okay, so get some filling in there. Be generous, actually. No, what am I doing?
Yeah, you're not being shy at all.
Be generous. There we go.
Guy.
Fill it on the one half of your tortilla. I'm going to actually swap and I'm going to let you make your own one.
Okay.
Get that on there. Give it a little squish, squish.
Okay.
Like I said, this would now go on the Braai grid. However, they refuse to let me braai in the studio.
Inside, I know, man.
Silly rule. Silly rule.
Those fire marshals, come on, guys. Okay. So if you want to recreate this yourself and are looking for that inspiration, woolworths.co.za is where this particular recipe is housed with a host of amazing Braai inspirations.
Gooi.
Okay. I'm going to try...
So what I do is when these come off, I serve a little bit of sour cream, a little bit of extra jalapeno acha. Let everybody just help themselves.
Cream, hey.
Because you know what's also great about this recipe is if you're that person that invites guests for a braai and you only feed them 4 hours later, this is a good thing that you should serve when your guests come in because it'll hold them over for the 4 hours while you just... You know?
Completely, man. So just run us through those deals again, man, because this is an opportunity.
20% off any 2 Braai marinated items, 20% off any 2 Chuckles items, and then 2 real dairy ice creams, 140 Rand, that's what you'll pay.
Because you need 2.
If you're a rewards member, 135. That's an amazing deal. And yes, you do need 2.
Yeah, and that's basically the cost of 2 normal ice creams at an ice cream shop. That's crazy. Buddy,
that is so true.
Special. It is. It really is. It just makes sense. Woolworths.co.za is where you can find our beautiful quesadillas and a whole lot of other culinary inspiration.
How good do those look?
Oh, beautiful.
We are back with the best in the All-Star Season 10 of Tropica Island of Treasure. And we're going big!
Just tell us why you should be chosen to compete with one of these all-star celebs and stand a chance to win a smooth 1 million Rand. WhatsApp your audition video or upload it on our socials at MyTropica for your chance to get a spot on the island.
So buy a Tropica today, and this could be you. See pack for details.
Tropica, nothing smoother.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it. Yes, it is. Your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso. We're live here on S3 at the start of a brand new week. It's a Monday, baby. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Now, this next girl I'm about to chat to, you're going to love her because I love her. She is no stranger to the small screen, and she certainly has become, a star in the country. In fact, the world looks to her for her star, but she's come a long way since her acting debut as Mudiehi in SABC2's drama series, Mamelo. And she's also just come out at the top as an award-winning musical actor, the performer on a show, The Color Purple, and captivated us as Mapula in the telenovela The Throne. But she gets to sit with us now to chat to us about SABC1's brand new romantic comedy, 13 Weeks to Find Mr. Right. Who am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about Didintle Kuno. Ladies and gents, please, a very warm Monday morning Expresso welcome to Didintle.
Woohoo!
Yeah!
That is an intro, okay?
Well, that is how you introduce.
That is an intro.
The only way to introduce a star. Come on, let's be honest.
Thank you.
Put it here. Didintle, so good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
It's unbelievable because for me, I get starstruck, right? Because we see you on, you know, some of our favorite TV series and telenovelas and on the stage all the time. And to have you give me a high five like that, I mean, it's just like, come on, is this really happening? But you've come a really, really long way. 13 ways to find Mr. Right.
Yeah,
and you play
so
mean
much
girl.
fun, right? Yes, so I play a very antagonistic, mean character who is literally just trying to like climb her way up the journalism career ladder.
Yes.
And she will do nothing. She will do everything to get her way and to get to the top. And that includes bringing down the protagonist of the show, Nguli. So she will badmouth her. She will, you know, make pranks on her in the workplace.
Yeah.
She will literally do anything to sabotage her to make sure that she doesn't like excel.
She'll stop at nothing.
She will stop at nothing. Yes.
Something tells me that you, as Dintle, are the complete opposite of that chick.
Completely different. And I think that's what was so fun about playing Lerato, is it was just an interesting dynamic of bringing comedy and darkness.
Oof,
and
all
when
at the same time.
Yeah, and
Dark
at
comedy?
first, right? At first you would look at the two styles and genres and think, well, these are seemingly contrasting one another. But when you bring them together, a tone and performance of like sadistic and sarcasm and dark humor comes about, and that was really fun for me to explore and find and play in performance as an actor.
And you really did manage to express that. I feel like we're going to see that coming through, and it's going to be very exciting.
Yeah.
But on the one hand, right, so 13 ways to find Mr. Right?
Yes,
correct?
13 weeks to find Mr.
Not
Right.
ways, weeks. Well, geez, I mean, look, there are weeks, yes, but you certainly have to find the ways as well.
Exactly.
So on the one hand, you've got 13 weeks to find Mr. Right, where really you are a bit of a bad, and you are...
Not a bit of a bad. A lot
of a bad. But in reality, you really do uplift. You do a lot of work in, you know, I suppose your staunch interest in helping transform and highlight the voices of performers. I know that you speak a lot about the fact that women are underpaid in the performance space in the entertainment industry. Let's talk about your involvement there.
Okay, so I've had a voice and kind of mentioned it, and also just part of being a part of Saga. I came to the realization that not just women, but artists in general are underpaid and exploited. And that includes cast members and crew members within companies. And I realized that the best way to do that, and a lot of people will disagree with me, so this is an unpopular opinion, right?
Let's hear it.
But the opinion is that we need to share with each other how much we're earning in our jobs and projects. And
I like that.
and the reason why we have to do it is so that we can gauge whether what we are offered to be paid by a company is our worth, is our worth, or whether it's way less than what we should be getting paid. So if we can share with each other as creators and as filmmakers or whatever it is, whatever part of the industry that you're in, if we can share with each other how much we're being paid, then we can gauge, you know,
really
how we can negotiate.
On the scale and everywhere.
Yes.
So, of course, you also advance your own talent. So, yes, you fight for the rights and, I suppose, the transparency in that way. But you also do and have had to do so much into sort of like honing your skills and your talent. I know one of the things that you worked on was an actors program that you really are involved with. Let's talk about that.
So I am formally trained, right? I'm a formally trained performer and filmmaker. And at first I started training at Wits University, Wits School of Arts, and I got my honors degree in dramatic arts. And then, I went to study further and train further with Screen Actors Course 101. And now I'm still kind of training with Indigo View Actors, Advanced Actors Academy. And I've been training with Stephen Feinstein, who is my acting coach for 3 years. He's fantastic. Ever since I started training with Stephen Feinstein, I've been booking work. He just really knows how to bring the actor back to the discipline and the core techniques and grounding of
bringing it all together.
Of acting work and acting technique. And it's just, every time I go back to Stephen Feinstein, I find myself just kind of like booking work again because I'm grounded again in my craft.
I love that. Well, Didintle, it's so fantastic to have you here, and I know that you've got a stunning singing voice as well. Didintle is going to be here on your Feel Good Breakfast show all throughout, well, a couple of minutes, some more. We're going to be keeping her here. We're going to play a game later on as well. In the meantime, I just want to have like chats with like everybody in the studio about how much everybody earns. So I'll catch you later. But you can catch this dynamic talent, Didintle, doing the best that she knows how to do. 13 weeks to find Mr. Right. It's on Sundays at 7:30, only on SABC1. It's going to be such a fun time. How much are they paying you there, man?
Of course, Uncle Tabs is asking those questions, but it's time to spread some positivity on your Feel Good Breakfast show because Child of Earth is here to take to the stage. And for the first time, when someone says, take off your shoes, you do that, okay? You take off your shoes, you dance with him because here he is with freedom. Take it away.
Hello, South Africa, my favorite place in the whole world. I'm so happy to be here in front of you today. So, without further ado, this is freedom. Cause it's the season for the treason of hate without a reason. Love that they keep stealing from the hearts of those that need healing. Season for the treason of hate without a reason. Love that they keep taking from the hearts of those that they break in. As I say, whoa, it's the season for the treason of hate without a reason. Of love that they keep stealing from the hearts of those that need healing. Season for the treason of hate without a reason. Love that they keep taking from the hearts of those that they break in. I say freedom to believe in your friends and yourself. Yeah, to believe rocks don't mean wealth. Play by dreams and lay our fears aside. Whoa, oh, oh, and lay our fears aside. Cause it's the season for the treason of hate without a reason. Love that they keep stealing from the hearts of those that need healing. For the treason of hate without a reason. Love that they keep stealing from the hearts of those that we healing. Season for the treason of hate without a reason. Love that they keep taking from the hearts of those that they break in. I say freedom to believe in your friends and yourselves. Yeah, to believe rocks don't mean wealth. Play by dreams and lay out fears side, freedom. To believe in your friends and yourself. To believe rocks don't mean wealth. Play by dreams and lay our fears aside. Play by dreams, lay our fears aside. That's freedom.
I did judge you before that because I said, like, this guy has no shoes on, he won't be able to, but you delivered. You are talented, you are raw, you're authentic, and guess what? He still has 2 more performances coming your way, but he let us know what he thought of that. Season 2. Hey, hey. See you after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beautiful souls. Hopefully you enjoyed that performance. A few more coming your way, so don't stray too far. But we've got a kind of musical performance with a difference coming your way right now. We're going to have a lot more fun with Dintlez in studio with us today. And we've decided to play a musical game, seeing as she is so musically gifted. It's called Guess the Lyric.
Guess the lyric.
Dun, dun,
She's
dun.
excited.
She is so excited. And I even used the
on.
tone there. I was like, I'm going to terrify her with my movie tone, but no. So the game is simple. Okay, well, in its principle, it's simple.
Yeah.
I'm going to put some lyrics up on the board, okay?
Sure.
You're going to look. There are going to be, notably, some gaps in those lyrics, and that's where you come in. You've
Okay,
got to fill
cool.
in those gaps.
Okay.
These are all songs that you should know.
Oh.
Going through them without hearing the music, I don't know some of them.
Oh, yeah. Depending
but-
on the time you were born. Yeah.
Well, but this is exactly it. Now, I'm going to give you a warning. She looks all meek and mild and sweet, but she is so competitive.
Okay, let's
She might even.
Let's do this.
She's trying to psych you out right now. Even.
Yeah.
Look at that. You can see. The
No, yeah, I'm competitive too, so bring it on.
Love it, love it,
Bring
love
it
it.
All
on.
right. So the award is for 10 minutes. You get possession of the golden monkey.
Okay,
Which is
awesome.
coveted, eh?
Yes.
It's coveted. All right, so Dintley, I'm going to give you the opportunity to start because you are so ridiculously excited to play this game. All right, can we have our first set of lyrics come up onto our screen? Can you kiss me more? We are so, boy, we ain't got nothing to lose. Uh-oh, it's just,
Okay.
baby, hold me because I like the way you,
Okay.
oh.
Okay. Can you kiss me more? We're so young, boy, we ain't got nothing to lose. Oh, it's just princess.
must be able to sing now. I'm done. I'm done.
You can sing, girl.
That, girl. Okay.
Let's see what you got, girl.
There was a scale there. Are you ready to climb the scale? Because that happened.
You win, Mama. You win.
No, don't give up so easily. Come on.
I love that. I didn't even know that song.
Doja Cat. I love it. Absolutely beautiful. Well done. That was crazy. Okay, girl.
Step it up.
Okay, come on. You know what to do. All right, let's bring up those lyrics. I just want to feel every day. I want to wear a smile upon my face. I want to feel of the day. I want to feel alive in every
moment. Okay. I just want to feel good every day. I want to wear a smile upon my face. I want to feel the joy of the day. I want to feel alive in every moment.
Even if you didn't get it all right. That's crazy.
Okay, I
Did you have that written down somewhere on your hand or something? That was you guys.
Thank you, Hira, for coming in.
Yes,
my
Hira.
And please tell her she's got a voice. That's a voice, girl.
Definitely.
Come on.
Thank you.
Beautiful. What a groove. That's a Monday groove, eh? Oh, okay. Whew. Okay, let's see if we can step it up. Didinhle.
Okay.
This is for you.
Yeah.
Okay. And it starts with that, you got my heartbeat running away, beating like a, and it's coming your way. Can't you hear that? Boom, ba-doom, boom, boom, ba-doom, boom. Bass. You got that? Bass.
Oh, he got that bass. What? Wait, you got a Hira beating like a, and it's coming your way.
Can't you hear that? Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, boy, you got my heartbeat running away, beating like a, and it's coming your way.
I'm gonna say drum.
Can't you hear that boom, ba-doom, boom, boom, ba-doom, boom, bass? You got that super bass.
Yeah. That was a good effort. Nice. Well done. I mean, I'm going to give you drum just for enthusiasm.
thank
just
you.
for enthusiasm because you just gave it stick. Well done, guys. This is so impressive.
Some Nicky. Yeah. Yay. She's a girl.
Got that super bass. You got that super bass this morning. Well done, babe. Okay. Now it's on. Did you hear that on the radio today? Have agreed to give their love away. I can't wait to be there in... No.
Did you hear the news on the radio today? People have agreed to give their love away. I can't wait to be there in the... Oh, no. Yeah.
Shut up. Come on, Nancy, that was beautiful. Oh, Zolani, we love you, girl. Oh, don't we? We love Zolani.
We love
her. She's a national treasure, that girl.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Definitely.
I love getting all the vocals on the locals. Yeah.
Getting all the feels this morning. I love it. All right, let's give you one decider now, because you guys are neck and neck.
Uh-oh.
It's been fierce. It's been beautiful.
Okay.
But, girl, I want you to put your records on. Tell me your song. You go ahead, let your hair down. Sapphire and Jeans, I hope you get your... Just go ahead, let your hair down.
Okay.
I know you've got this.
You got this one, Mama.
Girl, put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. You go ahead, let your hair down.
Woo!
Sapphire and jeans. I hope you get your dreams.
Yeah.
Just go ahead, let your hair down.
Beautiful.
What?
Hey?
You are amazing. You sing.
It's so early in the morning.
You know what, girl? You go and let your hair down. You've earned it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. You were amazing.
Yes,
Okay.
but no, done.
In honor of our special guest of honor this morning, grab that golden monkey, Didinhle. It's all yours. Our rating champion of the Guess the Lyric game, Didinhle. You were superb. Jamie, you were amazing as well. I think that's the best performance we've ever seen in this game. You know that.
Ever. We set the standard very high now, right? So no one can come back. You have to come with us every week now because you have to...
Exactly, right?
I think Tuesday karaoke must move to a Monday now after this. I think we need to do that. Didinhle, you're an absolute superstar. Good luck with the new project and everything else that's going on in your crazy world. And you keep fighting that fight, girl.
Thank you.
Fight that fight for the other artists in the industry. Did you play along? Did you have any success? Were you just best is good. Please post videos of you singing if you can. At Expresso Show is the handle to use.
Oh, it's the vocal pipes for me. My word, what a talent. Oh, Dintle giving our girl Jamie a run for her money there. But there is a chance to redeem yourself, Jamie. And for you at home, here's a chance for you to make your own pot bread for the perfect braai, really, company at your Easter celebration. It'll go so nicely together. Willie's garlic and herb pot bread kit is so easy to make. Trust me, just add some, soda water, bake in the pot for about a few minutes, devour while hot. Now, to get your hands on the foodie kits, go on to woolworths.co.za. Really, they have gone all out with this particular one. And here to give us a run for our own money is Chef Clem, because I'm seeing that this looks like we're about to get into a challenge.
What about
Ryle and I?
Okay, no money, but you can win this Easter chocolate bunny.
Oh, stakes are hot. Well, the stakes are hot.
Anymore.
All right, less. All you have to do is do 10 squats, 10 burpees, and 15 star jumps. Have you ever finished this first?
It's an unfair thing to give us as a challenge, let's be honest.
Okay, so I'll give you a decent challenge.
Okay,
right?
let's go.
We've been talking about the foodie kits that Woolies have, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to put you to work while I explain the rest of them. In front of you, you have the egg decorating kit.
Okay.
They come with these tablets over here that color the water, and then you add your eggs.
Those aren't Smarties. Don't put them in your mouth.
They are not Smarties.
I actually really do want to know where this is going. I mean, yes, I know that it's going to go nicely with the braai, and it's perfect entertainment. What is the challenge? I'm stressing.
The whole thing is, okay, it comes with stickers, it comes with some chalk, it comes with some of these pipe cleaners. You have to decorate your egg. And I want to say that, again, this is for the kids, but I've seen some adults, like, literally get so competitive about this.
So this is chalk. I can literally draw on the egg with
We're going to see if it, how it works, okay? It's all non-toxic, everything is safe. You have a few minutes. As Tabisa says, it bakes for a few minutes. You've got a few minutes to put the best-looking egg forward as your
Are you going to be our judge?
We'll have the crowd also.
The screamers are on standby.
While you do that, I'm going to
You're going to get some bread, son.
I'm going to work on the pot bread. We've also already shown you how we use the vanilla cupcake kit.
Yes.
We've also seen the biscuit decorating kit. Remember, Sonaza was here and she helped us with that challenge. So today is like...
This is like Tabisa and my range of foods, because we need kits, we need time saved, we need convenience. So this is like our range.
You will also get double points if you do what Graham does when he's really concentrating.
Okay, all right, great. What I do like about the kits, sorry, I'm not getting distracted a bit, but I think that not only are they bringing that convenience through, the fact that they look so good really
so good.
is for me the thing about it. Okay, I don't even know where to start with this.
Really
Start now!
Now, let's go, 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 go!
Cool.
Oh, okay, I don't actually know what to do.
So what are you going to have, dessert or disaster?
Let's hope it's not the latter.
Oh, man.
I really want to find out if I can actually use this chalk on the eggs or if it's just for the decorations later.
You certainly can. No, you can. Use
Let's see.
Why am I giving you the things to do here when I'm supposed to be ultra competitive? Okay, so... Okay. Hey, you know what?
But your water's already been coloured for you.
Yeah, but I want a different colour, and
But you've got green already.
He's fusing two colours together, okay?
Remember,
don't disturb the artiste.
It's called colour psychology, right?
Colour psychology.
You see,
Did you get a pack of stickers as well? No? Yeah, the game's done changed, my friend. We're stepping it up.
So you want that deep...
What do you want?
You want the deep green because that creates a mood of relaxation.
And it's deeper than the other green that you have.
Yeah, it's interesting.
But your egg,
what are you doing?
Your egg has
I don't know exactly.
Your egg has also... Okay, Tabisa, I feel like to tell you. Your egg has already been coloured, so you don't need to add...
that, but I don't like the colour that they gave me.
We don't like the egg that gave you either.
We should have just done the burpees and the star jumps and the push-ups.
Yeah, probably.
No, Tabisa, I trust your method and I want to see this. Art is specific to the individual, okay?
You know, sometimes, and what I've learned in all my years of doing competitive sports is confuse your opponent. Make them think you don't know what you're doing. Just for a few minutes, and just as they're laughing, you go, ha, ha, ha! You go...
And then they win.
Is it sticking on?
Don't ask questions.
Don't ask questions. Okay, so I've got the bread mix into a bowl. I'm going to add my soda water. I actually think I can finish this before you guys are done.
You might
That's
just
another
do that,
challenge there.
That would be a really cool showcase of quick convenience there.
All right. Raul, do you have any inspiration? Is there something specific that you're going for?
I'm inspired by this guy just because of all his years of sport.
Competitive
sport and competitive decorating. I did have inspiration. I was going to go with something elaborate, but right now I think I just need to stick to the basics and get something done.
So on the topic
like here is that because of these stickers, like they've got like different characters, as you can see, like they've different bunnies and all of that going on. You can actually create a whole new one altogether without sticking to one set of stickers. You could have like a pink, sort of more like pink, like a more feminine bunny, matched with like a darker tone of like a more masculine bunny, which is a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing, and I'm excited to see this.
Don't look at my stuff and copy me. I'm watching you.
Look at his stuff.
I'm trying to advise you.
South Africa, I mean, if you could try and guess who the winner would be now, I'd love to hear who you think is going to win. For, like, right now, I don't know. I think it's anybody's game.
It really is.
I think Tabiso's confusing the competition. I think that's a good strategy. Raul's just going in for it, getting the job done.
Focusing.
Raul's got some arms going on. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hands up, hands up. Tabiso he's also going with some pipe cleaners there. He's got a different strategy. It looks like he's making, can I say what I think it is, Tabiso?
Yeah.
Looks like
say
he's making some ears, bunny ears, yeah? Okay, my potpourri's done. It's going to the oven. Okay, everything's good. I've mixed the mixture together, lid on. Tabiso, I love it. Tabiso's getting extra points. He's doing the thing. He's doing the thing with the tongue.
He's that guy at school that waits till last minute and he goes, can I just borrow your thing? I just want to check my answers.
Wow.
And then quickly copies it all. I'm watching this guy.
Well, he's done well for himself in life. Competitive sport, competitive presenter.
This is true. This is true. This is true. Okay. How's the bread going, by the way, Chef? Then you've got us some bread there.
This is going to the oven. I'm good to go.
You're ready to go.
Tabiso is now taking the art to the table, and that's a very good way that art shouldn't just live on the canvas. It can live wherever you are.
Yeah.
Even on your beautiful white Caesar stone counters.
Wherever art thou?
Where art thou? Okay, let's see. Let me ask the... let me see. How long should we give them? How long? I'm looking at the man. Can I get a time? Who is talking away there? Lucian, how long should we give them? 10 seconds. Okay, apparently we're giving 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go very slowly.
Bring it.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, hands down. Tabiso, okay. You're gonna be penalized. Tabiso.
Yes.
Okay, let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna come to the corner. Right here. Okay, Tabiso,
we were told that this is the
can you please and very quickly describe your bunny, your offering, your piece of art?
This is a very delighted, excited, and colourful bunny. It really is all about embracing the season. 'Tis the season for expression.
Yeah.
It's all about self-expression, finding yourself through colour and being dynamic in the way that you're able to bring colours together and create a character and personality at the same time.
Absolutely. I like that you distracted us in the beginning with the green glass because you didn't even use that. You got us distracted there and then you came through with beautiful. This is amazing.
It's marinated.
Looks like he was at the colour run.
Okay, let's come over to Ryle.
Yeah, this is sport. This is real art. And I didn't have one, I got two, right? So we keep it standard over here on the left. We've got our hop bunny. Nothing blue about anything other than the Blue Monday that we're getting away from. So this is just a standard feature. Over here, this one was actually inspired by Tracy Johnson. Check the hula hoop. And she's got that like fairy vibe. So you see, I'm on trend. I'm on trend.
Beautiful.
You know what I mean?
Beautiful.
Look at that. Okay. It even moves. It even moves.
Okay, let's start here.
You, Tracy.
Okay, so South Africa and the audience. You've seen the offerings. Okay, let's hear it for our first contestant, Tabiso.
What? Right. You call shot as well?
Okay, there we go. Let's hear it for the next contestant, Raul de Mornay.
Yes!
I think it's very clear. The winner is, it's okay, it's fine. Everybody's a winner. The winner is Raul de Mornay.
Yay! It's the hula hoop. It's the hula hoop.
That.
You win your bunny, and you can have a 5 second thank you. You can thank everyone in the camera for 5 seconds. 5 seconds, go.
I want to thank all my chocolate lovers out there, all my Easter eggs, all the bunnies, and everybody else that's coming through this weekend. We love you. This one's for you.
All right, thank you guys. You were amazing.
You can eat it now.
No,
eat it now. But listen, for you at home, and you know who the real winner is, let's be honest, us, you and I at home. This is the spirit of Easter, and we really are giving you the chance to win win big. Win a 1,000 Rand Woolies gift card. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. All you have to do is go onto our Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Let us know which of these Woolies Easter kits is your favorite. Remember to use the hashtag Woolies Easter, and this competition will close at 9 o'clock today when the show ends. T's and C's on expressoshow.com. This one is for all the winners.
Everyone's a winner! Everyone's a winner!
You gonna eat it?
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. After opening his account with an absolute cracker, the Child of Earth is here with another performance titled Sunday in just a moment. But first, the news headlines with Jamie.
Thank you so much, G, with a polo neck. We'll start on the national front. Now, several learners from Gauteng schools have reportedly been hospitalized after consuming space cakes, which can be a muffin or a brownie baked with cannabis. 11 grade 12 learners at Randfontein High School reportedly felt sick on Thursday after eating these cakes. Now, 9 of them were hospitalized, one of them whom initially was in a critical condition, but is now stable. On Saturday, 4 grade 12 learners of Mamalong Secondary School in Tsakane purchased space cakes on their way to class, which they consumed and later had to be hospitalized. Then the Cape Town Metro Council has not yet issued a permit for the Two Oceans Marathon, which takes place on Easter Sunday. This after several churches and other organizations expressed concern about the impact the road race would have on congregation members who wish to attend services on that day. The Metro says part of the licensing process is done in consultation with affected parties. Discussions are now being held with race organizers in the hope that a solution can be found. Then looking to news on the international front, Guinea's military junta has told foreign mining companies they must share profits equally with the country and must comply with a deadline set for May to present plans to build local refineries. The West African nation is the second biggest producer of bauxite, a mineral used in the manufacture of aluminium, and wishes to benefit more from the post-mining process of turning the raw material into alumina. The presidency said a more equitable partnership with foreign firms was a win-win solution. Then the Austrian Chancellor Karl Nehammer will travel to Moscow today for talks with President Vladimir Putin. He'll be the first EU leader to meet the Russian president in person since the invasion of Ukraine. Austrian official says Nehammer wishes to promote dialogue between Moscow and Kiev and will also raise the issue of war crimes. Meanwhile, the bodies of more than 1,200 people have been found in the Kiev region. Ukraine's Prosecutor General Irina Venediktova says Russian forces are killing Ukrainians every day, but Russia denies targeting civilians. And then a 2-year-old pooch from Aberdeen in Scotland with a natural flair for tennis may soon be putting the likes of Roger Federer to shame. Leo, the Cocker Spaniel, loves to play tennis with his owner by gripping the handle between his teeth. Now, Leo's owner, Emily Anderson, explains that she was at a friend's house and they were discussing what else they could do with Leo. The friend suggested tennis. I handed him a racket, asked him to back away, showed him the ball, threw it at him, and he hit it for the first time. He just knew what he was doing. Now, the best buddies play tennis multiple times a day. He's also an accomplished ping pong player, but undoubtedly prefers tennis. Tennis is on the long list of Leo's talents, which also include painting and performing CPR. Now, Anderson said, and I quote, Leo may not quite give Andy Murray or Rafa Nadal a run for their money, but it's fun and it makes people smile. And it certainly put a smile on our faces this morning. That being said, that is where I wrap your news headlines. It's time now to have a final look at the weather. Here's Uncle Tabsy.
Thank you very much, Jamie Lee. A final look at your weather now. First, an update here. Snowfalls occurred in Lesotho yesterday, and Gauteng also experienced its coldest daytime temperatures so far this year. The South African Weather Service says that Vereeniging was the coldest place in the country at 11 degrees, followed by Joburg at 12 degrees, Pretoria at 14 degrees. The grey, gloomy day also saw the first snow of the year falling in Lesotho, where Afro-ski guests woke up to a fluffy blanket of light snow over the resort. The South African Weather Service said that the weather conditions, wet weather conditions at that were experienced over the central and eastern areas of the country would continue until Wednesday. Snow in the central areas of the country would also cause cold temperatures in Gauteng, the Free State and KZN. Weather forecaster Wayne Venter confirmed that snowfall was occurring on the mountain peaks of Lesotho and northeast of South Peaks of the Drakensberg. There was also snow in the northern areas of the Eastern Cape. Venter said that it would start clearing up by today. Now we move from that to our stunning sunrise pictures. Thank you for that. Clive Payne started off with a beautiful picture. Artin Belleville, who shared this shot of the sun casting its rays through the trees, showing off a hazy morning view in his area. We also got one from Nancy Govender from Paddington, trading in her usual ocean view for this shot, showing off the greenery in her area with pastel-hued sky as a backdrop. Daki Mpokunda from Tembisa kicked off our 7 o'clock update with this very cool silhouetted shot showing two horses grazing happily in the morning air. Love it. It's beautiful. Lastly, we did get one from Nick Lombard as well from Dinokeng, who sent this mind-blowing image. It's a landscape that he's been seeing on his travels around our breathtaking country. I love that. What a spectacular view. Thank you so much for that. You can get yours through to us tomorrow morning as well using that hashtag Expresso Show. And now, final look at your temperatures. 70% chance of rain out in Polokwane, 13, reaching a high of 22. Rain also expected in Bombela, 17, your low, reaching a high of 22. Pretoria, 12 is your low, reaching a maximum of 18. With Johannesburg starting off at 11 and peaking at 17. Thunder showers are expected for Mahikeng, 12, your low, reaching highs of 19. Klerksdorp, 11 and 19, with Kimberley coming in with some sun and rain. 12 is your low, you will reach a maximum of 21. Some thunder showers are expected out in Bloemfontein today. 7 is your low, reaching highs of 19. Richards Bay, rainy times, 17 and 21. Pietermaritzburg, 14, peaking at 20, with the warmest place to be Durban, starting off at 17, reaching a high of 21. Rainy times for Mthatha, 12, your low, reaching a high of 19. East London, 17 and a high of 23. Cloudy day out in Craddock, 11, reaching a maximum of 23. Gqeberha, 17, your low, reaching a high of 24. And if you're out in George, you can expect some sun and clouds. 15 is your low, reaching a high of 25. Cape Town, that's the mother city, 15 and 27. Sunny times out in Worcester today, 14, reaching a high of 30, with Sutherland coming in at a low of 9, reaching a maximum of 22. Last, certainly not least, Uppington, your low is 13, you will peak at 26, and that's where we leave it for this morning. Here's a performance to excite you on this beautiful Monday morning.
Yep, it's going to hit you right in the feels. Child of Earth has already blown us away with one beautiful, beautiful performance this morning. He's on a mission. And it's the same mission as ours, to spread love, to spread joy. And he's going to be doing that right now by making us feel it's exactly like a Sunday. Take it away.
Thank you, Graham. Thank you. Acha, this one is called Sunday. I wrote it in the bathroom at a wine farm in a gig that I was playing. Like I said earlier, some songs just fall from the heavens This is one of those. So what you doing Sunday? What you doing Sunday? Oh, yeah, what you doing Sunday? Just resting, nothing interesting. I'd be really interesting with you. What you doing Sunday? No, just resting, nothing interesting, but I'd be really interesting with Monday now, where the weekend go. Yeah, starting fast and ending slow. You say it like I'm supposed to know that you're in love. So what you doing Sunday? Just resting, nothing interesting. I'd be really interesting with you. So you lie in bed as life falls past. Yeah, single grains trickle through your hourglass. Oh, at which point is your present past? Your life is now, I hope you grasp. And I tell you, your life is now, I hope you grasp. And I tell you that it's the way that I've been raised. It's the way I've been taught to play, to smile and always tell the people that it's all gonna be okay. It's the way that I've been raised. Shout and misbehave and smile. Always tell the people that it's all gonna be okay. What you doing Sunday? What you doing Sunday? Oh, what you doing Sunday? Just resting, nothing interesting. I'd be really interesting with you on Sunday. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right, listen up. It's time to let the hunt begin in Easter's most exceptional game. We want you to claim your digital beacon Easter bunnies when you scan the QR code and download it today. These digital bunnies are awesome. They're collectible, they're tradable, and yes, they're a whole lot of fun.
Now remember that as with all good things, there's only a limited number to give away. So grab yours now and don't miss out on all the fun. Let the hunt begin.
Welcome back, everybody. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Monday, which means we're talking all things love and relationships, my favorite topic. Now, meeting the family of your partner is an important milestone in any intimate relationship for all involved. What's the best way to make a good first impression? Well, should you bring a gift? What if you don't find anything common with them? That's all the questions we have. Well, today we're unpacking these questions and more with clinical psychologist Sindile Mbata, who will provide us with some helpful advice to put our best foot forward. Slee, always so good to have you with us. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing great, thanks.
Such an interesting conversation, because I tell this to my friends all the time. There's two things in this world that I absolutely love doing, is going for a job interview and actually meeting someone's parents. I know it's a big deal. It comes with a lot of anxiety, but I love it. It's that anxiety of it could go either way. She could either love me or she could either hate me, and touch wood. No parent has hated me yet. But is it a big deal to actually meeting the person you love's parents?
You know, I think it really can be a big deal. It depends. It depends on the context. For some people, you know, their parents would meet all their partners, so it's not so much of a big deal. It's just something that the family does. But depending on the cultural context, it can actually be a very big next step in your relationship as well. So you want to get an idea from your partner, what are the implications actually of meeting the parents?
So last week we were speaking about, you know, first dates and just how anxious you are when you're meeting someone for the first time. But when it comes to meeting the parents, how should we amp ourselves up? Because I mean, that also comes with a lot of anxiety. Not everyone's going to enjoy meeting the person for the first time or meeting their parents. There's a lot of pressure. So how do we amp ourselves up to take that step and being like, Mama, this is my person, this is my mama, this is my dad. How do we get ourselves amped up?
Right. Well, I do think, like you said, it can be very anxiety-provoking, but I think trying to focus on the positives, you know, the fact that, okay, this is a big day, like you said, it's sort of like for you, it's something that you love, and try and focus on the positives of what it actually means that, you know, your parents get to meet your partner. So the fact that your partner's going to be there, your family gets to see you together and see what the relationship means to you. And I think also taking it as a learning opportunity that you get to meet people, make new relationships, create new relationships, hopefully, and you're getting to learn something about your partner by seeing how they interact as well with their family. So you get a little bit of a window into actually what makes them tick.
That's such an interesting way to look at it. But what role does he then play, or what role does your partner have in making sure that, you know, you're comfortable, you're set? Should he be telling you all the life stories beforehand? Because sure, we know that album's going to come out now. Those baby pictures are going to come out. They're going to be telling you the whole life story.
Yeah. I think the partner has a very big role to play here. You know, sometimes some partners will say, you know what, you are going to see how these people are for yourself. So go in there, just be yourself, and you'll see what happens. But I do think they can have a very big role to play in terms of integrating you, especially if there are cultural differences that might be there. So talking through those things with your partner is very, very important. And so I think they can be there just to help prepare you for what you might need to know. And of course, to give you support throughout and just reassurance. You know, sometimes you do need them to just let you know that, okay, I've got your back. Even things are going fine. So don't worry about that. So that reassurance and that preparation beforehand is absolutely crucial.
And maybe even a safe word. I think using a safe word is always good. Like if I say pineapple, you know, get me out of here. This is going to a deep place here. You won't ask me questions like, are we on the same page now? The other question I have for you is, you know, and it's difficult for me to do this because people already know me. If I, for instance, if I met my person's parents, they automatically may have seen me on TV already, so I can't be a quiet person. But do you have to be your authentic self when you meet them for the first time? Or do you just have to, you know, stay in your lane, try to not be out there? Because I tried that before. I came, I met the person's parents, and I was just sitting there, and she's like, but I see you on TV, you loud, and I was like, okay, awkward. So do we have to be comfortable? Do we have to be ourselves? Or do we just be quiet and, you know, just suss out the room?
I think, you know, the best thing to do is probably to be your authentic self. You don't want to give off the wrong impression, or rather, let me say, you don't want to misrepresent yourself, because they will get to know you over time and they'll know that, you know, she's really not the way that she portrays herself to be. But I think as well, the most important thing while, you know, you're being authentic is to try and be appropriate as well to the particular context. So there might be some things that you do need to realistically tone down. You know, if there are cultural considerations, you might need to think about how it is that you dress, depending on you know, the context of the family, possibly their religious beliefs. So yes, you can be yourself, but just get to know, you know, from your partner what it is that you might need to adjust on the day.
Be mindful of that. Interesting conversation. I'm so glad that we have 2 more of these, but weigh in with us, Expresso Morning Show on S3, meeting the parents for the first time. Do's and don'ts. We're going to connect with you in just a moment.
Such an incredible conversation. Thank you so much, ladies, and we'll continue that. But if you are looking at meeting the parents, then maybe this next recipe can be the wow that you need to definitely impress them.
Clover cheese is for those who love life, where everything falls into place and melts away our cares, adding joy and stretching our imagination. Elite quality, elite taste, elite texture.
Made with love by Clover.
All right, Mzansi, it's time to get our yum on. And there's nothing more satisfying than freshly baked bread. And if you're looking to try something a little more elite than that, then our Clover Elite Cheese Focaccia with Middle Eastern flavors is probably the best thing since sliced bread. Now, here to show us how, of course, it's Jenny Morris in the building, looking extravagant, gorgeous, and divine as ever. Almost as good as the sliced bread, yeah?
Oh, hello, you're such a trouble. I'm telling you, you boys, you make my week.
We can only be honest when we're in the kitchen, right? So what do you got for us? Because let's get some bread and fresh bread at that. It's going to be even better.
Salt.
Yeah.
And some sugar. Here's a little tip. Let's just mix that in before we put the yeast. Because
and I see it's getting serious here. You got the gloves on. You're using
hello, darling. I'm going to get all dirty. But,
so the salt, pepper, yeast went into the flour already?
Just make sure it's beautifully mixed up.
Yeah.
And then what's nice about the focaccia, it's a lovely flat bread, so you can cut it to any shape that you want. Sometimes with my kids, we sometimes make rounds, you know, and like make a focaccia burger.
Can you imagine that? You've maybe got a lot of guests over, you can cut it into lots of small pieces. Yes. If it's just the 2 of you, then you can cut it in half.
In half, absolutely, darling. We don't want
what else did you pop in there? So you put some warm water, I would imagine?
Some lovely olive oil. And basically, I'm wanting to make a dough, and then I'm going to also put lovely olive oil over the top.
Yum, that's going to bring the Mediterranean
to the family.
For sure. Yeah.
Oh, yes. While I'm kneading, you're going to cut that cucumber into beautiful little thin slices.
Thin slices coming up,
because we're going to make a lekker salmi.
Okay.
I'm going to just add a little bit more water to this.
All right, and I've also got some more Mediterranean ingredients. Is that also going to get chopped up, or is that kept for later?
I think, look, the tomatoes, I think, let's go in half with the tomatoes.
Okay.
And we've got some za'atar.
Za'atar, what is that?
Za'atar, it's like thyme and sesame seeds and cumin. That's going to bring the Middle Eastern
I see, I got you. I'm going to be paying attention to that one, because that's something unique.
Lots of clover cheese too.
Yes,
baby.
our hero ingredient, which I believe is going to bring all of this together, and it makes this whole meal elite. And talking of elite, Clover Elite cheese is perfectly crafted due to the 5-step crafting process, which brings your cheese to its superior quality, superior taste, and superior texture. Now, you can use any of the favorite Clover Elite cheese variants in these recipes, so you can add something like the tassers to your focaccia dough. And you can also add something like protein, like chicken maybe, as a topping, and make that entire meal come together with the macro balance that we all came for. But I think it's the Elite cheese coming from Clover that's really going to top this off, especially with the variety that we have. I see you've got the full cream over here.
Yes.
And with all the other options, I think this is where we can have a little bit of fun. Especially if you are a cheese fanatic, then if you are, you definitely have your perfects, you definitely have your preferreds, and you definitely have the options that you know is going to go well with a focaccia.
Okay, so now what you do is you make all these little dimples.
We're making a rustic.
Oh, darling, yeah, because this is going to just suck up all. Give me that za'atar, sweetheart.
Za'atar, can I?
Just taste it, really nice.
I can see that. It's not too overpowering. There you go.
No, it's beautiful.
At the same time, it's got this beautiful it is like a Middle Eastern sort of a flavor profile,
yeah? They do. They have it with a lovely cream cheese in the morning with za'atar sprinkled all over it.
I see what you did with the bread. It wasn't just to make it rustic, but to create these sort of like craters to kind of absorb all that oil and that flavor.
Oil. Oh,
it's like dough balls within a focaccia.
That's it. So now these little, yes, that's fine. They can be holes and bowls and anything you want it to be. That's not going to rise to twice its size.
Okay.
But as we do, we've made one up front. Oop, let's get rid of those gloves.
You save some time.
Operating
How long would that go in the oven, though? Just
for about 30 to 35 minutes.
Nice. And then it comes out looking this good.
Look at that.
It smells divine already.
It's delicious. Give me some of that, my child.
Some of that.
And I'm going to open this lovely
feta out of it. Yeah, let me just grab some of that. You want me to crumble this one, yeah?
Yes, just like rough.
Rough.
Nice and rough and onbescoff.
Now you like it, Jenny. Let's get it in there.
There we go. And then I'm going to just put some lovely fingers of this lovely cheddar.
Oh, we're being naughty. We're not just using one cheese. I like
darling,
this.
we're
Okay.
greedy. We're greedy girls and
on.
boys. Yes.
Bring it on.
So I'm going to go like that. You're going to give me, on top of that,
Right.
some beautiful
Start laying it with some cucumber first, and I think this will then allow us to have
be delicious.
a sliced tomato just layer on that perfectly.
Yeah. Give me a couple of tomatoes and I'll help you. Some olives.
Yeah.
Olives will be really, really
Yes,
good.
that's where we're getting that
You're a bit
Mediterranean
mean with
back,
it,
yeah?
So I'm going to, sorry
Look
for
at us
you.
out here in the kitchen having fun together. How easy is this? Zanzi, this is the perfect opportunity to get the family involved as well. Obviously, we are heading into Easter. This is the time to create memories, the time to jam with the family, and of course, the time to create some beautiful recipes like this. If you want to know more, then over to expressoshow.com. Jenny Morris in the building. Is that it? Simple as that. Voila.
It's fun to eat and make your mouth lovely. How about a bit of mint on
Elite clover focaccia. Let me just throw some mint on. And Mzansi, if you have missed this recipe, do not stress because we got you covered. You can check the recipe recap right now. Well done. This looks good. Yum.
Made with love by Clover.
It's time to bake more memories with Royal Baking Powder on the new season of the Tastemaster SA, where you could win 50,000 rands worth of prizes and become a baking icon. To enter, visit thetastemaster.co.za, share a video about yourself and why you love baking, and show us a wonder you've baked with tried and trusted Royal Baking Powder. Entries close on the 25th of April. T's and C's apply.
with your feel-good breakfast show. It's Monday and we're talking all things relationships and all things love. Today's topic is all about meeting your partner's family and how you can ensure that it is a pleasant experience for all involved. Now, visit Expresso's Facebook page and share with us how you met your significant other's family. We'd love to hear from you. But we are back with clinical psychologist Sindile Mbata to delve deeper into this important milestone in any serious relationship, because it's serious. Meeting someone's mom, someone's dad for the first time is hectic, but there's also a lot of anxiety when it comes to it. And there's this notion that it's more anxious for the female meeting the partner's mom for the first time.
Yes.
Why is that so?
Yes, you know, I think, Jamie, there's so many cultural stereotypes, really, when it comes to women and meeting the family of their partner, particularly in, you know, typically in heterosexual relationships. And there's this idea that as a woman, you kind of have to prove what you're worth. So you're coming in there and everyone is looking at whether you're going to be, you know, a good wife, you know, do you have any kind of homemaking skills? Can you cook? Can you clean? You know, what do you have any maternal instincts? And really, it's this idea or the stereotype that you're being evaluated on what you can do. You know, can you do what his mother could do for him, for example? So it's really, I think, mostly a stereotype that has really fed into, you know, women being evaluated in that way.
Men have it so easy because they just show up, they just sit there, they chill with the uncles, live their best life, and they're like, yeah, no, he's a good one, he's a keeper.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, all the best china gets pulled out of the cupboards for them, and you're suddenly eating meals that you didn't eat before, you know, to kind of like impress the potential son-in-law. So I would say for sure they seem to have it easy.
But that's just my thing. Why are we not asking the men, can you build a house though? Can you change a tire? Because that's the question we should be asking. But when it comes to meeting the parents for the first time, is there anything that we should steer away from, stay clear from? I think my top tip is don't maybe have a glass of alcohol if you know you're going to turn up, because now they think they're meeting the potential one and they're like, oh no, this girl is for the streets. She is not going to be my son or daughter's partner. So what are things we should stay away from and red flags when it comes to meeting the parents for the first time?
Okay, so I think this again might be culturally influenced. It's going to really depend on the context. So you might find, you know, that within certain families there's cultural taboos around, for instance, wearing jeans or wearing pants if you're a woman and you're coming in to meet the family. For guys, for instance, there's certain cultural things like wearing a hat in the house, wearing a cap. These are things that you might need to know. So how are you going to be received in terms of cultural norms or conventions? So you might need to look out for that as to, you know, when thinking about what to avoid. I would say as a general rule, alcohol, stay away from it. So even if you know that you can turn up, you know, and you do have that side to you, I think in general, just maybe stay away from that for the first time that you're meeting the parents, maybe the first couple of times even that you do meet them, because that, you know, that may or may not have the effect that you're looking for.
For sure. And then should we bring a gift as well? Because I know some people will think it might be pretentious bringing a bottle of wine, but I mean, you are meeting them for the first time, so you want to also come off as someone that is accommodating and you're excited to meet them. Should we bring a gift?
Yeah, so that also depends. I think it depends what kind of gift it is. You know, you don't want to, for instance, bring a bottle of wine if you don't know what the family's policy is on alcohol. But it might be a good idea to bring a gift. You know, you might want to find out what, you know, mom's interested in, what dad likes, and then, you know, perhaps bring a gift. Others might see it as you doing a little bit too much, but, you know, I think it can be a very nice gesture if you bring a gift, or even if, you know the family's going to have a wonderful feast during Easter, bring a little, you know, casserole or something like that they might enjoy, and you show that you can make a contribution as well.
Speaking about Easter, because that's obviously happening this weekend, some top tips as well for people that's going to be meeting families for the first time over such a holiday, you know, where it's family, it's love, it's about now having jokes and just being so homey. What top tips do you have for them?
Firstly, I mean, I would say good luck if you're meeting your family during Easter. But, you know, sometimes you might think that things that you would typically avoid at other times of year, you might think you want to avoid them at Easter. But for instance, at Easter, it might be a very religious time or significant time for the family. So if they are, you know, you might be expected to be part of a prayer, for example, or you might be expected to go along for a church service, for example. So just prepare yourself ahead of time. Maybe talk to your partner about what it is that you can expect. And I think if you're going in during Easter, you might be having a nice little lunch or dinner. Be prepared to help out. So go in there with, you know, a can-do attitude. You know, obviously you don't want to overdo things, but be prepared to help out, whether it's like, you know, peeling some potatoes or chopping something up. And I think really just show that you're there to as much as possible, be part of the family.
Learn how to make pickled fish because it's happening this weekend. Sally's not going anywhere. We still have one more topic coming your way. But let us know again, Expresso Morning Show on ST. We'd love to hear from you.
So
tough
much
out there.
to think about.
I didn't realize it was so tough for the ladies. I thought the guys at the pressure meeting dad.
Yeah.
You didn't think about the ladies meeting mom.
You got to get working, eh? Knowing how to change tires. I mean, that can't be
and a woman, you've got to know how to till the fields, sew your own clothes. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, listen, we've also had some dyed eggs in the kitchen as well. We've done decorations and all of that. But now we move over to some chocolate marshmallow eggs, to egg hunts. Nothing says Easter like the incredible edible. It's true.
Love it. Look at them bunnies. They are resplendent. And with the holiday just around the corner, you don't have to wait for the long weekend to get stuck into your beacon Easter treats.
No, you don't have
to. Sure, you can snack on a beacon mallow egg. Did I give it enough?
Yeah, you did.
Mallow egg. Straight from your box, or sink your teeth into a beacon hen's egg. But we want to know what some of your most nostalgic beacon Easter treat memories are around this time of the year. I'm going to kick it off because I used to like the hard eggs.
Oh, these are
the white classic. Yeah, no,
those are the
and then you get white lips everywhere.
Oh yeah, completely. Well, you do it on purpose. You put a little white lipstick on. I love it. And my sister loved the marshmallow eggs. So my poor mom had to make sure that we had ample stock. But she was so creative with the way she would create the evidence of the bunny. Oh, she was so good at that. And I try to do it. It looks like my bunny has like 9 legs because each foot is a different shape or size.
And it's all facing in different directions.
It was like limping as you walked.
A team of bunnies came in there, like 9 different shaped bunnies just came in and had eggs everywhere. But she was so good at creating that imagination around it, which I love.
I can feel that, G, and especially for the mallow, it's something that's like stuck with everybody's kids' memories. For me, I remember just packing as many as I can for so many cousins in the family, because everybody's got to get a treat. But it's a memory that I think all of us can relate to, and it gets us nostalgic.
And it's fun, right? So we did ask you what your favorite beacon Easter egg treat is, and let's see some of your comments that have come through.
Yeah, coming through first, we had Perona Naidu, who says, all-time favorite is the beacon marshmallow eggs. That's for sure. Using the hashtag beacon. Let the hunt begin. And Expresso show. Well played there, Peronia. Shireen Abrams also says, the marshmallows are my favorite. My family loves it. I think these marshmallows are going to be an answer everywhere.
Well, it's because you can eat so many of them.
Well, we proved it on the show. We got like 5 or 6 and we did quite well, G.
Interesting story. I actually used to sell these back in high school. I mean, I was a big businessman there. I used to sell these. And
with a bit of a markup,
a lot of a markup. So please do share with us some of your favorite, sort of beacon Easter treats. We did get one. In fact, I like this comment. This one is from Justine, who says marshmallow eggs, definitely my favorite. Yes, that was my favorite too. But this particular comment I did like. Tanya McCarthy says 2 favorites. The white chocolate egg, always a fight who will get the extra one. And then marshmallow eggs. Problem is that you just can't have one. You need at least 3 at a time. This is why this comment is my favorite, because I agree. I agree with you, Tanya.
How many years you had so far today?
No, just one.
No, today.
Nah, come on. Who's counting, bro?
Ain't nobody counting ahead of Easter. Or whatever your nostalgic journey through Easter is, I know that there is going to be one common thread, and it happens to be a beacon Easter egg. And I hope that's going to be the case now. And we've got something for you to really take note of right now.
Yeah, so listen up, Mzansi, because you can claim your digital beacon Easter bunny when you scan the QR code and download it today. Now, these digital bunnies are collectible, tradable, and a whole lot of fun. Trust us on this one. And remember, with all those good things, there's only a limited number to give away. So grab yours now and don't miss out on all the fun. There's only one more thing to do. Let the hunt begin, gents.
Okay,
I'm calling dibs on this.
Not much of a hunt. It's like all
dibs.
Right.
Yeah, that's mine as well. That's mine.
This is my kind of thing, hunt, actually.
I'll go. But one of you said, oh, he's back. Oh. Move way.
Clover fresh milk.
Made with love by Clover.
Join Expresso this autumn for a chance to win one of 6 Plascon vouchers, each to the value of 5,000 Rand. With nature's own forests, fields and beaches inspiring Plascon's new color combinations, tell us how you would color your life. Answer our weekly social media question and find the terms and conditions on expressoshow.com. So, color your life with 5,000 Rand Plascon paint vouchers to be won this autumn on Expresso.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, just in time for our last segment. It's Monday and we are continuing our love and relationships discussion today. And we're talking to clinical psychologist Lindile Mbata to gain some helpful tips on how we can best prepare ourselves to meet the parents. Now, you at home can join in by sharing your first encounters with your partner's family on our Facebook page. And someone actually did that. They came through on social media and they had this to say. They said, good morning, Benjamin. Ifyani says, good morning, Expresso family. Have a great day and blissful new week. Stephanie Steph Girls says to definitely being yourself. You always have to be yourself when you meet your parents, which is something you said, you know, you have to come there with your authentic self. Don't try to change when you meet the parents. But I'm going to do a bit of scenarios for you, okay? You go to meet the parents and now jokes are being made, you know, everyone's being chilled out, and then something awkward gets said, and now you can see it's a bit...
It's tense.
Uncomfortable. What do you do? Do you join in on the conversation? Do you take a step back? Or do you just, again, wait it out and see where this conversation is actually going?
Yeah, can I say run away?
Run, girl, run.
Yeah, I think, you know, if it doesn't involve you, I would generally say stay out of it. You know, things can get very awkward in terms of family, the dynamics. We know how families are like. So I think as far as possible, if you can just sort of avoid getting involved in the situation, you know, do that. So you might want to just quietly observe. If you feel, you know, confident enough to comment on something, go ahead. But I would rather advise that you just avoid getting involved altogether.
For sure. Run. Run, everybody, run. Now, there's also a scenario here, okay? Our partner's parent and family members says or does something that personally rubs us the wrong way. Example, they don't respect our personal space, or they compare us to our partner's ex, okay? Or there's, you know, massive cultural differences. How do we then deal with this appropriately so it doesn't bother us in the future?
So I think if you feel, you know, confident enough and assertive enough to deal with it in the present, in that specific moment, then do so. You know, if you felt like, you know, I understand that that's your perspective. For instance, if you get compared to your ex, I understand that that's your perspective, but, you know, I really hope that you can also get to know me a little bit better. With a smile. I think humor is always a great diffuser of tension. So if you do have a scenario like that where you do, you know, you think, oh my goodness, okay, wow, even if a person gets too much in your personal space and they don't know where your boundaries lie yet, you know, you might think, oh goodness, sure, I'm not used to, you know, people being so close to me. So you kind of diffuse it with a bit of humor. I think when it comes to cultural things, it's really about showing your willingness to learn. And that, you know, you might want to say, wow, you know, I didn't realize that culturally there were those considerations. I'm willing to learn more. If you could teach me, that would be great. So I think really trying to, as much as possible, diffuse the situation if you can, but also show that you're willing to engage if it is that you need to engage. You might want to, if you're not able to address it directly, ask for help from your partner, maybe afterwards, just to say, you know, this really uncomfortable moment came up when I was speaking to the specific person, and I'm not sure how to go about dealing with it. You know, perhaps can you help me in terms of addressing it directly? You don't want to leave it unaddressed.
I love that. So you gave us a lot of good tips today, but I think ultimately it came down to speak to your partner first, have that conversation, be mindful about what you're getting yourself into before meeting the parents. I think everyone out there is now ready to meet the parents over Easter, but it's been so good to connect with you. People can reach out to her by emailing her on slee.psychologist@gmail.com. If you are meeting the parents, good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck indeed. And here's one more tip to maybe just impress them that little much more. And maybe even yourself. And you can spoil yourself this Easter with an indulgent sweet starring, an indulgent sweet, and it's starring your favorite Easter treats. And we're calling it mellow eggs. You've seen it on the show all morning. It's something that brings us so much nostalgia. So get ready to grab your favorite flavor, Mzansi, because this morning we're making a decadent and deep-fried Beacon Mellow Dipper recipe, and we're going to be taking you through the ways to eat it, the best way to have your Beacon Easter treats, and the next way to make it that much more of a flavor sensation. Here to show us how is the G-Man himself, the master of savory and sweet. What you got for us, bro? This is incredible.
They gave me the big tongs.
I see so, man. This is huge. I've never seen this being done before.
Well, I've never done this before, dude.
Oh,
so
dear.
we're pushing the boat out with this one, but it's exciting. So we're using our pancake mix.
I've used that before. That stuff is incredible on its own already. Okay, I like that.
But now we are going to literally enrobe our marshmallow eggs. Okay, and we're going to deep fry them.
Oh,
and it's going to be ridiculous.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. So you're using the pancake mix as like a batter, right?
Yeah. So this is. I mean, it's layers of deliciousness upon deliciousness, and just when you look at that finished product, that cross section.
And look how the chocolate melts, but yet it still keeps the mellow all together in its shape, just waiting for you to bite in and have that warm chocolate mellow ooze.
Get in there, my friend.
I'm so excited for this.
It's all a little bit crazy, isn't it?
I like it. It's nice and thick, man.
Yeah. So, and I like that because you want quite a nice kind of thick batter on it.
Yes.
I don't know if there's an official technique to use
for this. Is the pan on? Is it hot?
It is.
Oh, yeah, it's hot.
It's
cooking.
There we go.
So, gee, that's just straight up oil, right? That you're frying it in. Okay, nice.
And nice and hot. And then you basically are just going to wait for this guy to go nice and golden and brown.
Check, it's already working.
It's already working. That's spectacular.
Oh, man, this is incredible.
Lazy, bro. Unwrapping egg.
Okay. Oh, we're doing a couple. Let's do like a couple for the guests that we have on the show today. The whole team. Get the Easter flavors going. But look how simple this is. Literally like 2 ingredients, essentially. You need your hero mix over here. You got your hero ingredient coming from the...
And you need a big box, eh?
You need a big box.
Don't play around
that's like, what is it, a single serving? Is that for 2?
Yeah, probably for 1. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay, that one got really creative with its... Okay, that's looking good.
Oh, look how it's already golden like a
that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
just imagine all the chocolates melting on the inside.
Are you sure you haven't done this before?
Buddy.
Man's been practicing by the looks of it.
It's something that everyone needs to have done at least once in their life.
One thing I have noticed, and something that I got a tip from the experts that have done this before, the likes of Chef Clem and Nicole Snelling, apparently don't make the oil too hot. I know that can essentially burn that batter before you kind of get that good cooking, and you don't want to melt it all as well. When you want the melt, you don't want to have that burn. So I think what you got in terms of temperature, in terms of preparation, man, this is perfect.
It's looking magical.
And you've even got the little rustic little arm pieces at the end, you know? This is like there's a bougie Easter out here. You need some more eggs.
Beautiful, and I think it might take you a few goes to perfect your technique, but it's simple, and we don't mind rustic in this place.
Yeah. Remember, the proof is really in the taste on this one, but just the fact that you're bringing these crazy ingredients together. Who doesn't like pancakes? Firstly, who doesn't like Easter eggs? Secondly, who doesn't like something deep fried? All those together, and you've got a bundle of magic right here. Okay, it's smelling so good. Are you good?
It's looking good. So I've got a bit of batter.
Don't touch that. Oil's hot.
Yeah, let me use this guy rather.
I've got a plate for you if you want, actually. There you go, my friend. Let me bring this.
I just imagine all of the chocolate and the marshmallow on the inside is going to have melted. It's going to look amazing. Okay, let's do
Why is it when like good food's in the kitchen and you start like getting in the zone, everyone starts singing, all the words become amazing, I can't wait.
That's when the angels or the English people come out. The Engels.
Oh, but it is looking so good and it is tasting so good and it's so easy. Literally, we whipped up 2 in literally this space of seconds. G's getting his fry on and it seems like the more he's doing, the better he gets. So you definitely want to grab yourselves a big box. Because that means practice.
Oh, this one's broken open and the marshmallow's melting out.
Oh, it's coming out. Oh, but it's so much fun. I think even the kids could get involved in this. They could get creative. You maybe put 2 in 1 even and make a double. Yeah, there's so much you can do. Gee, I think it looks good.
Mellow donuts. Okay, I'm going to go in for a taste. Will you watch my last one?
I'll watch this out for you. I've got the pot. You get involved over there.
I'm going to go for one with the cross section here.
Of course, some Zanzi. You want to get some of this inspiration right now. You want to impress the parents and the folks. Head over to expressoshow.com, especially if you want to be dipping into something like this and having a face like that. What's the verdict, man?
Oh, my goodness. And we paired it with some pistachio ice cream, which is really complimentary, but... it gives you exactly what you think it's going to give you. The deliciousness of a flapjack with the deliciousness of a mellow egg.
There you go, Mzansi. Head over to Expresso.com. If she can do it, then anyone can. And it's the perfect way to impress the family, impress everybody this Easter. I think this one's going to take the cake when it comes to dessert. And you can find it on our website, of course, Expresso.com. What else are you waiting for? Get making. Get your Easter eggs. Hurry up.
Telkom unlimits your world for less. Level up your gaming and find more reasons to share every moment with more data to use your way. Get 20 megabits per second unlimited data for only 599 Rand per month. Do more on your terms and live your Munati with no limits. Call 10213, click telkom.co.za or go to any Telkom shop. Fair usage policy and T's and C's apply.
Spend your money wisely. Ungayi ngabantu. Do you want a bank that takes your money or a bank that takes your money choices seriously? Join Nedbank today.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it, your feel-good breakfast show. It is Expresso. Just before we head out of here, some feel-good and some love in the form of music. Now, Milan Becker, a.k.a. Child of Earth, he's ready to bring his music to the world and remind us all what it means to be human, how good we have it on this very planet. It's the only one we have for us, and how good we can be to our fellow man and woman. All this through his melodic sound, and I love it. He joins us here in studio for one last performance that will hopefully, and please, trust me, it'll leave you feeling oh so happy. Do your thing.
Thank you, Tabiso. I appreciate every moment of that. Yeah, so I love this song. I always say in my shows, come watch me May 1st, Armchair Theatre. I say in all my shows, if you want to take anything away from any of this, it's the words in this song. So, without further ado, let's go for it, South Africa. So if you've got a smile on your dial, it'll only take a little while. If you got a smile on your dial, it'll only take a little while to spread it. If you got a smile on your dial, ever bothering you, can't forget it. Yeah, if you got a smile on your dial, it'll only take a little. Fake it till you make it. Gotta be happy and grateful for the food upon your table. Body that's willing and able. Loving your children's fables. I'ma be happy, I'ma be grateful for everything around me. Friends and all my lovers, I'm talking sisters and my brothers. People often ask me, yeah, is there order in the madness? Yeah. People often ask me, is there love built into service? A way that I can earn this? Is there a way that I can earn this? Yeah. Cause you gotta be happy and grateful for the food upon your table, for your body that's willing and able, loving your children's fables. Happy and grateful for everything around you. Oh yeah, friends and all your lovers, I'm talking sisters and your brothers. Happy and grateful for the food upon your table, for your body that's willing and able, loving your children's fables. Star, a wish wherever you are. Happy, I'ma be up on a star, a wish for you wherever you are. Happy, I'ma be up on a star, a wish for you wherever you are. Conquer your demons and always keep dreaming, 'cause happiness is magic and love is the feeling. Happy and grateful, yeah, 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 yeah. I'ma be happy and grateful, yeah, 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 yeah. I'ma be happy and grateful for the food upon my table, for my body that's willing and able, love my children's fables. Happy, I'ma be a gangster, I'ma be a spiritual poet, and I thank you for always believing and never stop dreaming in the power of love. Happy, I'ma be a gangster, spiritual poet, and I thank you for always believing and never stop dreaming in the power of love. Yeah, happy and grateful. Yeah, I'ma be happy and grateful. Yeah, I'ma be happy. Grateful for the food upon my table, for my body that's willing and able, love my children's fables. Happy, I'ma be up on a star, a wish for you wherever you are. Always keep dreaming and always believing the power of love.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What
Thank you so much, everyone.
Oh, we love you guys. I love that. He's a child of earth, man. I want to take my shoes off.
Yeah.
Oh, you've been awesome, my brother. Take a deep, deep bow. We love you. Keep spreading love, my friend.
Yeah.
You have a home in our studio whenever you are here. The Armchair Theatre on the 1st of May is where you can catch him live. You can catch us live tomorrow. We love you. Never forget it. Mwah.
Ciao.
And be happy.
Here's to the sweet taste of time off, celebrating the lust of summer, and to family memories made with love by Clover.
Nada.